I get no say in the matter. My
No.
opinion is worthless.
I get knocked down.
Only
And I get up again.
only actual humanoids.
Only actually.
Damn, that's racist.
I mean, he is a humanoid.
Humanoids not allowed in this stream. Hello, everyone. How are you today? How is life in the great Twitchosphere?
Are you asking us or are you asking Twitch?
You know what? Fuck it. Just fuck me, I guess.
I wish.
No, welcome everybody to another one, Lightborn. Today we are going to be continuing our adventure into Arrakis Soul. But in order to know where we're going, we have to know where we've been. So let's start off with a little dice roll in action.
I rolled a solid 10.
I got a 17.
Got a 5.
I gotta change this music setting.
I gotta change this music.
I don't think that's a valid number.
Listen.
Hey.
Okay. So we were talking about the Memento Mori die, right?
Yeah. No, I've
decided
one very badly.
I want my ashes compressed into a cubic zirconium, because you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want it cut into a D20 and passed down through the generations. Now, these are great Grandpa Brandon's body.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? A nat 1? Oh, sounds about right.
Sounds about I got a 15, by the way.
You got 15?
Okay, so that means I'm reading the recap.
Brandon wrote the recap, so he is getting some inspiration.
All right. From the last episode of Lightborn, I'm not sure if I should read this. I'm not going to yell it because I am still recovering from a sickness. For context, it is written in all caps.
Are you getting down with the sickness?
Chuck writes in sequel, and that's it.
I'm currently a student in a web development course, and all we've been doing for the last couple of months has been SQL, and so that tickled my
SQL.
We headed back to the house, humans staring at us the whole way. I was hoping having a blue man here would draw some attention away from myself, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Using a plant I had obtained along the way, we ran more tests on the fog. As expected, the plant reacted to it and attempted to eat Auburn. Cascade talked to it, and it was angry. We then decided to extract whatever was in the fog to gather a sample. After many hours of distilling, we found a fine particulate that we assumed was the pure essence of the fog. Cascade tried to ingest it to no avail. Then Amelia showed up, and shenanigans ensued, as they tend to do when her and Auburn are together. Auburn inhaled the new substance we created and was ready for a fight. Luckily, he was prepared and removed his weapons beforehand. After talking to Amelia, we decided to head to the tavern where the deal was to take place and case the location. I don't remember what happened next, but I do remember that I don't drink oil. That's true. After doing research at the tavern, we decided to follow a few leads for the fog, and it led us to an older elven lady. Cascade talked to her for a few minutes. I'm pretty sure I heard her crying. After a while, he came back and told us that her son was infected, but what was reported was incorrect information, and that he was fine after a day or two in the fog. We must investigate this further. Also, Cascade is going to have dinner with her once a month to ease her loneliness. And I believe we ended leaving this lady's abode. Like, we were out in the street, and I'm going to continue riffing and stalling until I can pull up the name of said individual. As I continue to do so,
I have that
I hope you understand that we're very organized and know everything that has happened ever. Kiloa was her name.
Kiloa is indeed her name. Actually, no, it was his name.
No, it was her son's name, but then I don't think she
name.
actually gave us her name. If she did, I didn't write it down, so we don't actually know everything. I have lied to you.
Yeah, you didn't know her name. You didn't ask.
Okay, thank God. I didn't lie to you, then I'm vindicated.
But Kiloa's last name was Trista, so she is, in my notes, she is Miss
Madam
Trista. Yeah, okay, Madam. Let's do Madam, dude.
Madam Trista.
Yeah.
Is that with an E?
Oh boy.
No, it's not with an E.
Madame.
Imagine not being a maiden.
Imagine.
Anyways,
Imagine being maidenless, dude.
Imagine
couldn't
dragons.
be me.
Imagine.
Radioactive!
Dragon, he's not
Radioactive!
across
Nope,
your
I was
forehead.
just. Nope, I was gonna say that, but I didn't.
Okay.
should.
All right.
The setup was there.
All right. So we find ourselves now, uh, I suppose back in your apartment for the night. Is that where you want to be? Where you want to start?
Yeah, I think we had. Was the thing going down tomorrow, or
Yes.
did we have another?
Tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. Um. Yeah, I think Auburn would vote to rest up just in case and get whatever preparations are needed so that we could be ready. Because I believe the whole thing's going down at noon, and maybe do some light research, but no hands-on experimenting.
All right.
Hands in.
So, you all make it home safely. It's a little like later in the afternoon by the time that you do, and yeah, you find yourself comfortably in your place, looking at this cage filled with fog, somewhat less obscured as you have seemingly distilled more of the fog than perhaps you initially realized. But it is depleting. It's not like it's continually produced over and over again. So
Good
It
to
is
know.
Which
finite.
indicates that there's a source.
it is finite, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It should
But,
go away.
yeah. But yeah, what would you like to do?
I'm taking research notes, so give me a sec. I will defer to the rest of the group.
What time of day is it right now?
It's like late afternoon. The sun's getting lower. It's not past the disk yet, but or past the.
That is an interesting question. How does the sun work in this situation?
Shut up about the sun. Shut up about the sun.
Uh, what do you mean by like in this situation?
Okay, so we're up on a disc. We're up on the disc. Is it like flat Earth, or is it like a dome, or
Are you talking about the actual surface of Taraka's soul, or are you talking about?
no, about the surface of disc? Like underneath disc was a pillar, right? That we had taken the
Yeah,
elevator.
it's like it's
Several.
kind of like imagine it like it's a flat large disc, and then underneath it is like it kind of tapers downward into a large central
like a
pillar.
funnel.
Kind of like a funnel, yeah.
Okay.
And then on top of the disc there are two large plates as well that are on like opposite ends of the disc. One is larger than the other. The larger one is like noble noble housing and things like that, like or places where very very expensive businesses like the MGA live at the top, and house like important members in this kind of district. And then there's the cog or the gears district, which is the other smaller kind of like platform, which houses most of like the business like districts, like things like it's where mail is organized, it's where shipping and uh like housing development and all those kind of things, all that stuff is organized. Think of it as like bureaucracy land up there in the cog district, and or the gears district. And then down below is basically everything. It's a city down below. It's a normal city, which is made up of several districts. The main ones being the religious district, the docks district, which actually is the ring around the city, and it's separated into quarters. And then there is the stone district, which is where most of the dwarves and gnomes live, and then the market district.
Okay. So then, when the sun sets over the horizon of disc, but has not yet set for the viewable horizon of Taraka's soul, we still receive light. We just don't see the sun, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll dip down past, and then it'll still be quite bright out, and then it'll dip past what you assume to be the edge of Taraka's soul.
What we assume to be.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a while.
Yeah, haven't seen it for a while.
It could be gone.
It could be. You never know until you go down there.
All right. I was just curious about that. So then in the free time before our required long rest, I would propose we should distill a little bit more of this and put it in a vial. It may be useful for future events.
Okay.
I will take care of that.
Do you want to be more specific?
I'm just going to distill pretty much the same amount that we had done before and keep it in a corked vial.
Yeah, sounds good.
Did we release all of the gas? I don't think we collected. I think we collected more. No, right? Okay. Just
we
you released all of it. What you got from distilling it was from a vast a vast cloud, basically, because it was sitting there sucking in shit for what was that, 30 or 40 seconds, and it was like a whirlwind going into the bottle, so it was a lot.
Do we still have that bottle?
Yeah.
Does it still seem magicked?
Why don't you go and roll an Arcana check?
I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But will I?
17.
It is still functional. You think that if you did it again, it would work.
Good to know. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, while Chuck's doing that, I think seeing Chuck play around with the jar, and I was having the same kind of idea too. Could I figure out what these runes are so that we could make our own, just in case? Even not necessarily figure it out right now, but if I could
they're just runes,
Okay.
What you're level 5. Yeah, you'd be able to figure that out.
So that's what then Auburn would spend his night doing, is just making sure that take some sketches, take notes of the runes and stuff, and then just make sure he pens all that together.
Roll an intelligence check.
Sure. 22.
You think that the issue is not necessarily that the runes are difficult to learn. In fact, you study them for the night and you know them. You could make something that does that, put something in something else. It's more as you examine this jar and get to know more about it, you realize that the jar is kind of specially made and is very strong.
Sure.
To withstand the force of not only the the pressure building inside, but also just it coming inside, because there's the pressure and then there's the actual movement of the air forcibly via magic into the bottle. So that is really I'm doing a lot of this motion, and I'm seeing me on the on the thing.
I just don't want to say anything.
Yeah, but that made me laugh. But yeah, that's the main concern.
So if I were to try and recreate this, I need to make sure that I find something of either special material or specially made to safely contain things.
Yeah, you feel like you would have to definitely get some sort of artisan of some sort to make it.
Sure.
But yeah, anything else? Cascade, would you like to do anything tonight?
Meditate.
Meditate? What are you meditating about?
Clarity in future decisions, because this is a circumstance that seems more and more to our own, perception and research and investigation as something that is perpetuated by someone or some group of people. And surely during our investigation, we are going to encounter murky, foggy circumstances. So he would probably meditate to like the gods of nature that he reveres to give him clarity in those circumstances where he really needs it.
Makes sense. All right.
And honestly, that's like every long rest now for a while. Like during that light activity, he's just contemplating and being meditative to try to make those circumstances a little simpler. Kind of relying on the insight and wisdom
forethought
of nature, Yeah.
Right. A little forethought, a little self-actualization for the future.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Good, smart decision when you seem to be stepping in to something dangerous and different in your world.
Yeah.
You find yourselves after meditation, research, and study, drifting off to sleep. And you wake in the morning with nothing seems to have happened. There's nobody's trying to kill you just yet. But
thank you for the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you find yourselves up in the morning on the day of. It was a little. I thought it was a little later in the day that they were doing the drop off, like
noon.
At night. It was at noon.
So
Okay,
we told him to like do the drop off at noon. So
gotcha.
And I believe our conversation with Garrick, we told him all the details, and he said we'll make sure that. I genuinely believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we don't even need to go there or be involved or do anything, because Garrick had stated that people would be following or whatever.
So
I could be wrong.
Amelia was going to head the sting, as it were. Wants you to be there, like you to be there in particular, because it's kind of a part of your thing.
Yep.
And they wanted you to follow up on it with Amelia, and everybody else, being kind of a part of it as well, is invited to go as well.
Okay. Mystic, just to let you know, you're buffering a little bit. You're fine right now, but it seems like it's just you to me.
Interesting.
It was
I
a
was
little
just
bit.
about to go like, is that my end?
It seems a lot more stable now, but just wanted to
now.
let you know.
But did you get everything I was saying?
Yeah, he wants Auburn to be there specifically just to kind of help with Amelia leading it, because it's part of his assignment. But everybody being involved is also kind of, it'd be okay if they showed.
All right. Well, yeah, that's the way of it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess Auburn at least is morning workout, morning coffee, and just waiting, prepared. Preparing his spells for the day, and this is maybe not his first time in an organized operation, but maybe his first time being so playing almost a central part, or like getting to one like through his own leads. And given all his past shenanigans, he's a little nervous.
Sure.
So some pacing, some sketching, some drinking coffee, some just restlessness.
So you're noticing this nervousness on your new companion, Cascade, and your friend of several months, Chuck, and you're seeing him kind of like tap his feet a little bit, and have this feeling of anxiety that maybe he's never had before, as long as you've known him.
You need some herbs?
No,
Always helps me calm down. You know, you seem kind of on edge right now. You know.
a little bit. It's I think this needs to go well. Is all. Herbs have never been my thing either. Always been a fan of a good old fashioned ale, but it's too early for that.
Never too early for herbs, man.
I've just never enjoyed how they make me feel.
Okay.
Give me a weird, you know.
Yeah.
And he's just like motioning at his like chest. Not a fan.
You wanna do some more push-ups? That seems to calm me down. I'll help. I'll do some push-ups with you.
That's a great. And then he just drops right there.
And I enjoyed it. It's like face to face. We just. I try and match you. Probably not superbly well, but I recognize that is a pattern for you when you're stressed. This is a great way for you to release.
I can't remember what the name of the song is, but it's the main like "To Be a Man" song or whatever from Mulan. And
Called
so
Be a Man?
I'm not
Yeah.
okay. It's called. I'm not implying that Mulan exists in this world,
With
but
all
he's
the
humming a
strength
similar
of
tune.
typhoon.
Young man. Yeah, that kind of vibe to it. We're just like doing curl ups and going, yeah.
As this montage occurs, yeah, Chuck is just sitting there. Is that
Click.
you're like staring? Yeah, just a little
Testing
polish the
servos.
brass.
Yeah.
But it comes to be about that time.
It's about that time.
We better
About that
not go down that road.
Don't want to go down that road. Don't want to go down that road.
Seems like it is. All right then. Listen,
I'm listening.
Chuck, you and I both know how we operate in a situation like this. Cascade, you held your own. The last time we were out in the fog out there. I think we'll be all right. Got Amelia too. She's kind sometimes, but she can handle herself well. She knows what she's doing.
I'm telling.
Tell her.
Tell her that she's competent
Tell her to her
and
face
good at
too.
her
It's a
job,
joke.
because that's what you said.
Listen, I just don't say that to her face.
She's a wonderful person. I would never say that to her.
All right then, lads.
But she's already scouting it out, right?
I think in our love for the mystery solving and investigation, I think maybe we might have forgotten if we were told to meet somewhere, or if Amelia was going to come to us, or
You were not. You said you were told to just kind of like go and stake it out.
So we head that direction. We already did a light stakeout yesterday, and so I think Auburn will just lead in that direction, get about 500 meters away, and start seeing if he can notice any scribe members. But that would be the first thing.
So you find yourself 500
before we
meters
go.
away. You would not be able to see it, but go ahead. Yeah.
Before we go, or we get all the way there, or whatever, should I be an animal? I kind of stand out, but some animals don't, and I point at like the closest bird that is up on disc,
Yeah, there's a lot of pigeons, crows.
How long could he be his animal?
Are there anything here that are used as like messenger animals?
No. It's mostly like ornithopters, like mechanical.
You
They
could
already
become a
have
snake
drones. I could be a snake or a mouse.
and hide in me.
Right. Well, I mean, I was going to suggest a snake because people know I carry a snake. My familia is a snake.
Oh. Do you have
It
to
wouldn't
take your
be-
belt off then and put it away?
No,
Because
gotta
the
you
belt,
just curl up
it
on my arm.
becomes it. If they see you with a snake and a belt, they'll be like, "What?"
That's not. And then I snap my fingers, and my familiar just appears curled on my arm. It's a snake. He's a familiar.
Oh, okay.
I just have him on my
And
arm
now
like
that I've
this.
seen a snake, I'm gonna get close and like look at him really good so I can get a good idea of what he looks like. And I'm going to become that snake on your other arm.
Up
Is
with
it just
a
like what stat block would I use for that? Just snake.
snake. Yeah,
Snake, okay.
snake.
And I believe it was a specific. Actually,
There
I
should
think
be
it
a
was
familiar stat block
Yeah.
for the snake,
Yeah.
As
but
long
it's
as
not.
it's within
Hang
the
on.
CR that I can do, otherwise it'll just be a
Yeah,
snake
it's
that
fine.
looks like it.
It's
poisonous snake. That's what it's called.
Poisonous.
Officially.
What's the CR?
Which is wrong. 1/8. Which is wrong because should actually be venomous snake, because when something bites you and injects you, that's venomous. If you bite something and you get, that's poisonous.
They deal
Anyways,
poison damage in
well-
D&D. Calm down.
Well, yeah. Well, they could still be poisonous if they don't have fangs. If they have just like razor teeth, and their venom kind of just comes out on the teeth and it rubs into the wound, that's technically poisonous.
so something is poisonous if you were to ingest or take it in, like if you were to bite it. So that's why poisonous toads are a thing. They're not
Or
venomous,
you're
they're
right.
poisonous because predator.
Yeah,
You're right.
You're right.
So, but it's like a
His
little thing, and
scales are
nobody's gonna
poisonous.
pick up on
How
it.
about that? His scales are
Okay,
poisonous.
damn, I can't touch it
Super
anymore.
Yeah.
My arm's falling off. But yes, it's a
familiar.
poisonous snake. 1/8.
I look like him.
Yeah.
God damn
And
it.
I'll put my familiar away and just have Cascade curled up and lead the way out.
All right, I'm going to make a petition that everybody needs to sign to change the poison status to envenomed. Okay, it's now the envenomed status. Anyway,
Well, the poison status as a thing
I
is
wanted
okay.
to hit as well as I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to get a better laugh out of that. I did not. Just okay. Just
They're all just
carrying
much too
on. You're now a snake. You are a snake traveling on
Snaky
Auburn's arm.
snake. I'm a snaky
Snaky
snake.
snake.
Snakes don't talk.
Takes a
Sorry.
it takes the better part of an hour to get to the sloppy goblin. And
I
just
would have
kind of
waited. Hopefully, ideally, I wanted to do that a little
Yeah,
closer too.
it's fine. It's flavorful. It's not a big deal. So I want to be very particular about kind of like how it looks at the sloppy
Sure.
goblin. It is important. Shit.
Remember,
I have my
there's a bunch of-
whiteboard here, but I also have notes on the whiteboard.
that you need.
Shit.
Take
kind
a picture
of.
of it with your phone and then erase it.
I will do that.
Make sure you get a good picture.
So yeah, I realized, and I think you brought it up before the whole snake thing came up. I know 500 meters is quite far away, actually. Now
It
that
is.
I think
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
quite. It's
Yeah.
quite far.
So we're getting
Um,
close enough where we can just kind of like loiter, without being
Sure.
suspicious.
Well, I guess it's like a hub area. There's a pub and probably other businesses. Like, there's probably like public benches in the area.
Sure, yeah, something like that,
we can,
because-
sit at a
I
bench.
will describe it for you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So the goblin is there. There are like several houses and things like that that line that. Taking too long to do this.
How dare you? I'm upset.
because I care about detail too much.
No such thing.
Imagine caring about anything. So the plan is for me first, like sit down somewhere on a bench, me and Chuck, with you on, on my arm, and then I can cast. And then depending where the other members of the order are, then I can cast Arcane Eye, not Arcane Eye, sorry, Clairvoyance. God, there's so many like similar spells that all kind of make sense, and you think they do the same thing, but they don't, and they all
They
do different
don't.
things.
Okay, so this up here is the sloppy goblin. This is the
Yeah.
actual edge of the disc,
Okay.
of disc. So this is air out here, and then
Okay.
this right here is like one of the main like arterial roadways that leads
Okay.
from. This out here is like the start proper of the actual uh, dock, like the airship dock,
I see.
where people like there are a lot of fucking people coming in through this. This place is it's a dive, but it's very very busy, pretty consistently throughout the day, and it gets a lot of business. It's pretty wealthy simply because of the sheer amount of people that come in and want to either stay in a tavern or get a drink. Um, there aren't really a lot of like public places because it's very industrial here because they're actively moving boxes and crates all over the place. If you well, I'll say as you wait, you actually notice the kind of feel of the street is changed consistently throughout the day because there's like boxes being laid out and then move back in, and then carts that stop for a period of time to stack up stuff inside of warehouses and then bring stuff back out. So the layout of this area is very willy nilly. Even the food vendors, they're on movable carts so they could both get out of the way and also move place to place. But it is very busy. There are hundreds and hundreds of people at any given moment that are walking up and down the street, are in the warehouses. You, uh, if you feel like rolling a stealth check, you can do so. Um, but honestly, there's just a shit ton of people here.
Right.
It's
Well,
unlikely that.
the main concern, I mean, we'd be cloaked up. I feel like I would
Sure.
have made sure that at the very least, Chuck would have gotten a cloak.
Yeah,
But
I'm
the main concern is he would still stick out. I feel, even on a
Sure.
busy street. And given that we're supposed to watch somebody drop off the power core of the person that's supposedly right here,
Right.
right?
So
Um,
why don't you are you going to make some sort of preparation for this? Are you going to change Chuck or disguise him in some way, or is he going to
I
hide inside of a box? What are we doing?
I have an idea based on
Sure.
what you just described, but first, when we get there, I first feel like we need to look to see if we can find Amelia.
Um, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception 11.
11. You do not immediately see her, but you have a feeling that she's there because
Okay.
she's supposed to be, and it's her job, and she's really good
Right.
at her job.
Okay,
I
how
am
big
hiding.
are these? Where, Chuck, where are you hiding?
Did you say where or why?
Where?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I just can't see Chuck, and he's just talking to me. How big are these food vendors? Like these stalls, because you said they were movable. How big are they?
So they're like imagine, um, I don't know if you know about these, but like in Southern California, there and most of California, there is a phenomenon of tamale sellers, who
Mhm.
have like little carts that they house their tamales in, and some of them have umbrellas, some of them are a little bit bigger, some of them are a little bit smaller. It's generally that kind of thing. They're selling one or two different kinds of items, and that's it. But there's a lot of hungry workers around, so.
But they're on like movable platforms or whatever, so that they can just get out
Yeah,
of the way.
they're on wheels. Generally, the
I
people
see.
here are
Okay,
not
I
like
understand.
super wealthy. So besides the actual equipment that they're using to move things into the warehouse that hovers or is magically listed, you're not really seeing the workers cannot afford things like that. So
Sure. Are there any that seem to be far away enough from like the main dock area, or like from that entrance at least, that don't seem to need to move as much? As in, like, they've got like seats set up. They might have some boxes, crates, or whatever, like set up in their area.
go ahead and roll an investigation check.
That I could do. Damn it, 15.
15. That's okay. You do
Would you like
find
some
one
help?
with where apparently did you want to assist him, Chuck?
Oh, I was just gonna look too.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
22.
22. Chuck's like right over there. We passed it on the way in. And it's actually like it looks as though several workers have organized like some boxes around this dude's cart in order to like make like a little more private area for their warehouse or whatever. But people are
Sure.
freely able to move in and out, but
Okay.
like that's their spot, and they really like his food. So
Okay. All right, Chuck. We're gonna go, and I think we can camp out there for a bit because clairvoyance doesn't really need me. It has a mile radius. I can still see it. Yeah. So I think if we camp out there, you could lay low, and I feel like Amelia's probably around here somewhere.
Hold on. I'm gonna give a quick look around.
sure.
I got 10.
So yeah, you unfortunately don't see her.
He said Amelia, so I kind of. Nope. See her either. She is good.
All right. She's very good. That I can't fault her for. All right. And then so I'm just gonna kind of walk in that direction. And are there any initial reactions on entering that area?
I'd like to revisit the question: what are you doing to disguise or hide Chuck?
Okay. So the idea more so is we're just gonna kind of sit and hang out in this area, because it's been boxed off. Chuck's just wearing a cloak. It's just more so
Okay.
we're just trying to be out of the main view of like maybe the entrance of somebody
Sure.
walking in, walking out of any interest, and just don't want that to be what gives
Gotcha.
us away.
Chuck,
Yeah.
roll a stealth check.
All right.
You may be
Okay.
assisted. You have advantage, sir.
All right. So, what do I have this?
I help.
I'm disadvantaged from
I'm
something.
flick.
Probably
you-
because
Probably your armor,
Yeah.
or the fact that you're a giant creaking automaton.
One of the two. Oh yeah, I have scale mail. Okay. I figured. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be rolling. I was reading. I figured scale mail would be appropriate. You know, being pretty much metal myself.
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be a normal roll. So 10.
10. Okay. You rolled a 10. That's all you know. You feel like you're wearing a cloak and you're in a secluded area. That's the best I could give you.
Creaking and clanking.
Yeah. Squeak squeak. The
They set up
whirring
like
of rotors.
like did they put together like just like bench like stools and like using some of the crates and stuff and barrels? No.
Yeah, it's like crates and barrels.
Okay.
You can sit down, and they're
Sure.
There's probably like 5 or 6 workers that are just sitting, standing around, and they're talking back and forth. You catch glimpses of their snippets of their conversation. Oh, work's not too hard today. Boss might let early. This kind of stuff. Just um, regular work from dock workers, and the person running the food stand. A dwarven man with a very um, just bright red beard, bald of head. Um, he just looks at you and says, "Oh well, what do you be having today?"
Um, give me whatever your best is. 2 of it, please. Do you have one with whatever you think your best is, and one if you have a vegetarian option?
Vegetarian? Yeah, I suppose. Is that vegetarian? That
Let's say it is.
okay?
Why not?
All right. And
Uh,
so
and
from
also, you didn't see us here, and we're just gonna hang out for a little bit, and I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
he like he's like, should I even serve you? I guess I don't see shit. And he just pockets it, and he gives you like there's like bowls, and you notice other people like he's serving them like about halfway or whatever, fucking heaps in. Um, so a lot of food, as you are familiar with, is kind of served from vats that are in the ground of like repurposed organic material that is magically changed, and but it still takes a very skilled chef. Actually, in fact, it takes an incredibly skilled chef to make those vats turn from just a pretty neutral meal to something very, very delicious. And this fellow has added a lot of different spices, very heavy on the pepper, and combined it together in such a way that like it's there's like hard vat food and soft vat food, like cubes, almost like soy, or a tofu, I should say, and then like almost like a yogurt, and he's combined it together to have such a texture that you're like, holy crap! It tastes like a very, very good stew. Um, something that your mom might serve you when you're feeling sick. Nice and thick, and it looks pretty plain, but once it goes into your mouth, it's peak delicious dwarven,
Nice.
you know, goodness.
Dwarven cooking.
So I have
Um,
2 questions, or one statement and one question.
Sure,
I know you've said many times that this isn't human flesh,
it's not.
but calling it organic waste or whatever you called it, organic product, like that just seems like a sketchy way to say, oh
Sure.
yeah, I don't
Well,
know,
it's like
every time
like
I know it's not.
Yeah.
It's just every time you say that, that's all I can think of. It's like, yep, it's human.
it, the vats is not people. I swear. This as
Okay.
a DM.
Well,
It
listen,
sounds like
then.
somebody would. That sounds like what they would say if it was actually, in fact, human.
Fine. Is it elves?
It is. It is not humanoid.
Is it dwarves?
And then the other one is to Cascade and Auburn. What does food taste like?
Well, that's a complicated question, isn't it? Can taste sweet, can taste savory, salty, sour, bitter.
You were describing taste.
You asked what food tastes like. I'm not sure what more I could do, Chuck.
You're muted, Glenn.
You ever smelled anything, man?
I do not have an olfactory sensors.
Oh god, I'm a snake.
Oh wait. No, I do not.
Is that canon? You don't have smell?
I think we had decided that it was, but it still affected me. The fog. But that's up to you.
because like like perception checks with smell are a thing. That's why I ask. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
because I
wanna
think
make
we were
sure.
talking about it originally because we were saying that it affected my air intakes.
Okay, gotcha.
So the fans that, cool off my part would
Okay.
become corrupted. So the fog still affects me. I just don't
Mhm.
have I have a nose. It just, it's air. I have no way to
Right.
smell.
Right.
It's intake,
Okay.
and you have an outtake somewhere.
Oh,
Sure.
you know where my outtake is.
God, I
um,
hope not.
it's just a constant little magical swirl coming out of his butt.
Hey, it doesn't
Especially
smell to
when, like,
me.
in battle or in like, when things are heated,
Yeah.
it's got to express some of that.
This is now
Um,
canon.
but
Kinetic
yeah,
dot is a spell I have. You just hear my fans going as I run.
Nice. Um,
um,
but yeah.
but after that
Uh,
conversation and just sitting there after a little bit as it gets closer to how long sorry, let me just confirm how long I can keep this spell up.
probably
For
like
10 minutes.
8 hours. Oh, only 10 minutes?
No, clairvoyance only lasts for 10
Oh,
minutes.
jeez.
So
Well, there you go.
I will
You've seen me
um
cast Pass Without a Trace before, just for what it's worth. So if you guys really need to be sneaky, you can let me know.
like I feel like we're smart, but we also probably don't know any better. Like we might be out of our depth. So I feel like we're good. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're solid.
We're doing
Like
great.
we've got you're a snake. We don't have a blue man. Chuck is well hidden according to both of us. We're set.
I'm
We're in
I'm
like
a
a
snake.
busy
What do I
part of the
know?
area. What do you
I'm
know?
a
You're a
snake. What do I
snake.
know?
But I'd have the so clairvoyance allows me to create an invisible orb about the size of my fist in a
Sure.
spot that I'm familiar with. Range is about a mile, um, and I have to choose between hearing or sight, but I can switch back and forth between. I just
Sure.
can't get both at the
You
same time.
choose initial.
Um,
Okay.
so the initial will be sight, and I'll be casting it about 5 minutes before the drop off.
Okay.
And I will be casting it in a place that gives me a view of the bar because I
Sure.
believe you were told that the drop off was with the barkeep.
Yes.
Um, so
So you cast the spell, and inside,
Oh.
especially around noon, this place becomes busy as fuck. Uh, Dozens and dozens of dock workers now begin filtering in over time, and you think amongst the squabble of people asking for drinks, asking for food, things like that, that you might miss um, Brig, come in through the door because he's kind of short. He's a dwarf.
yeah,
So, but between all of the mostly humans, it seems that like you're not super familiar with the docks, but it seems that most of the people working here are human. The people that are actually from the airships. But sorry, um, but you do see Brig enter and head for the bar, um, and he is waiting at the bar to be served. Kind of like awkward, like oh, I just turned 21. I've never ordered a drink before at the side of a bar kind of person, you know. And he's wearing a cloak and just regular a regular outfit, tunic and some pants, and doesn't seem to be armed as far as you can tell. But I'd like you to roll a perception check.
absolutely. A 17.
A 17. Okay.
I got a
Yes, sir.
24.
You cannot see through
Yeah,
the
you can't see
clairvoyance.
through my spell.
This is through the
Oh,
clairvoyance
got
spell.
it, got it, got
Yeah.
it, got it, got it.
Right.
But you see
You're-
everything else around us.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you just okay,
Look
perception
out.
check. That is a good point, Brandon. Thank you very much. You notice a lovely young lady with a dress just outside of the area, seeming to lean with two fancy, knee-high boots, lean against the boxes just on the other side of you guys. And yeah, she has a really mean look on.
Or just like
But
I like nudge up against the side of Auburn's face, depending on where his perception's at, and then I just kind of, if he looks at me, I just kind of gesture with my snake head in that direction, and then
Sure.
continue slithering to try and seem as natural as possible, but still alert him.
It is clearly Amelia, to
Okay.
Auburn, but she
should
looks
focus
like
briefly and then shift back the moment I see that.
she has apparently you also notice in your snake-like perspective, she is being inundated with men attempting to ask her and possibly pay her to do different things, various activities. You see, she
They
politely
want to make friends.
declines. Yeah, but it is a dock, and there's a lot of men with some free time about, and that's what. Sometimes things happen like that over here,
Mm-hmm.
but she is handling herself easily, and anyway, you slip back into your clairvoyance spell, and you see that Brig is sitting at the table, and with a perception of 17, you notice that there is one little bulge on his side, but you assume that is the thing. Also, with a perception of 17, you notice a familiar looking dwarf walk in to the bar. You notice Larny, the security officer for the ring. He begins kind of trying to find a table with him and a couple mates who are also in the security uniform. God damn this cat, man. He's so needy. I love you, buddy. But yeah, he seems to be on duty, and yeah.
Damn it, Warney's dirty.
After a moment, as he goes up to the bar to kind of to order what seems to be order a drink, he stops, and you see a look on his face where he seems to recognize Brig, and not in a "this is my boy" way, but in a "what the fuck are you doing here" kind of way.
If I see them start to talk, I'm gonna switch to hearing.
You do. You see them start speaking, and kind of comes up around here. Oh shit! What's his accent? Around here, what are you doing? And Brig kind of like looks up and he's like, "Oh shit, Lars. I'm just, having a drink. It's not a big deal. Just, going about my day." And Larny looks back, says, "You're lucky if I don't arrest you on sight. Last time you tried to steal from one of the houses in the Upper District, you must have made a fortune from that job." And he says, "Oh, well, I gotta make a living. I got kids now." "Oh, you have kids? Wonderful. One of the stupidest thieves in the city has children under his wing. Do you have a warrant for your arrest right now?" "Oh, no, I paid back the last one already." "Are you sure? Do I need to go check?" "Oh, I'm positive. Everything's okay. Just, I'll be over there." And then, Larny grabs his arm, and he says, "Why don't you stay talking with me for a moment?" And, Brig kind of, like, looks at him, and they give each other a look, where, it's like this kind of, possibly, yeah, possibly imminent conflict, but then after a very tense moment, Larny just kind of releases his arm and he's like, "You know what? Never mind. I have more important things to do. I have my comrades over there. Comrades, I'm a fucking asshole. I have uh, my workplace associates over there."
Oh, there you go. Nice
muted
cover.
LR.
You're looking for colleagues,
Colleagues, that's
Yeah.
the word.
Workplace associates is so much
coworkers.
Yeah, co-workers, workplace associates.
Very Dwight
I
of you.
need to buy them drinks, and we need to discuss a job. So, if you promise that you're not going to get into some bullshit while you're here, then I'm not going to bother you. And Briggs says, I promise. Don't worry about me. Fine. I'm just gonna have a drink over there on the other side of the bar, and you're not going to see a thing. And
And then I'll switch back to video once he says that.
Video. Visual
Just
is the word
easier.
you're looking for.
oh yeah, you wouldn't have seen him grab his arm, but it's
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, he they kind of like
That's what I would have.
look at each other and nod, and Larny grabs the a few beers that were left and goes over to the table and just kind of eyes Brig while he's moving around to the other side of the table, or the other side of the bar. Other than that, everything is seeming to go okay, and then you feel a tap on your shoulder, and the other two, you had seen Amelia come over and tap on his shoulder.
Hi, Amelia.
Is everything going okay?
So far, there's a little bit of a thing with another dwarf, but otherwise all good.
What's the problem?
Something security and past job, but I've settled and he's gone over to the other side.
All right. Everything's
No
all
interaction for the pickup yet. Everything's all right now.
All right. I have. Oh shit. That's the information I needed. I have four.
There you go. Took a picture with the phone.
I have 4 people with me, and they're hiding in various areas. They're just ancillaries, but they're good at tracking. So no matter where this barkeep goes, we'll be able to find him.
I've also got a little spell prepared. Locate object in case we do lose track and we narrow it down to an area.
He looks at you with kind of like a raised eyebrow and a little bit of confusion, and she says, "Wait, are you telling me that you actually prepared something in advance instead of just going in half-cocked?"
Yes, Amelia. Yes, I have.
Chuck, you're rubbing off on him, and she looks at Chuck, and then she kind of punches you on the shoulder lightly, and she says,
I don't know.
She said,
You said that, and immediately I just thought of Chuck just punching her back as soon as it has reaction.
She's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Self-defense protocols initiated.
And
Initiate
she's
kill
like,
mode.
"Ow!" but she looks at Auburn and she says, where's the blue one?"
The snake has been
he's
staring at
right
her
here.
and doing the tongue thing, and just
Yeah.
staring at her the whole time. She's been there. So I've been
He's right
sticking
here.
my tongue out at her over and over because I think it's funny.
Oh, is he a caster then? He can turn into animals?
He's a druid.
Ah, that might be useful. We don't
Very
normally
rare.
see them. Yeah, we
I
don't see them outside of Fleur. Well, it looks like you have yourself an interesting little team. I'll be sure to follow, but I'll let you follow as well at your own
I'll let you
pace.
know. The spell's about to run out, and I can only do
She
it one more time.
she does this to your tongue.
um, I can only cast the spell one more time, so hopefully this drop off happens soon.
And she says, "Well, let you get back to it." And she kind of walks out of these little boxes and blends into the crowd.
Assassin's Creed back into the crowd.
Yeah. But she she disappears. And you see at the bar, Lan is chatting up the bartender. There seems to be some sort of lull in between customers, and they do have two tenders working simultaneously, and one seems to be just like washing some dishes to get ready for the next large group of customers. There are several people at the bar like playing dice or hooting and hollering, and in one way or another. And you actually see a bar has in the time that you were talking to him, stepped up to the stage near the bar in order to start playing. Um, but they're they're talking back and forth, and in between them talking, one laughs in a pretty hearty way. This kind of chubby human bartender, middle-aged fella. Um, he goes to shake um, uh, Briggs' hand, and he does so, and you just catch the faintest glimpse of a piece of metal uh, moving from hand to hand, and then he says, or they have some more talking and interaction, and then a an opaque mug is handed over to Larny, or I keep thinking it's fucking Larny, to Brig, uh, and Brig takes the mug with a nod, and then walks over to a kind of a darker corner, and where you can't see him, and then he just walks out of the place.
While that, if I could, because clairvoyance doesn't stipulate that I lose access to my, like I'm not blind or deaf while the spell's up.
Right.
I can just see through that sensor. So while that's
Picture in
happening, I would have been
picture.
sketching this other bartender. Yeah, picture in picture, describing it out loud as well, just in case for
Sure,
Chuck to
sure.
hear. And if there's a moment where I can sketch his face as well.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead and make a performance check.
Not bad. Okay, 11.
11. Okay, it's definitely serviceable. You get the key features, and you have notes of other key features that might be harder to kind of like describe to sketch properly. But blue eyes, kind of a mop of like dingy sandy hair, um, and that's partially like a part of it is put up into a bun, and the rest is like hanging down over his eyes, his ear. And yeah, he's a little chubby. He kind of walks with a little bit of a waddle. And these are all these kind of very distinct features that would be easy to describe. And uh, yeah. Are you doing anything else?
Um, I'd like to watch him until the spell runs out and
Sure.
see if he does anything or if he's just gonna hunker down for like that shift, because that's what it seemed like he was planning to do. Or see if there's any other communication that might seem quote unquote suspicious with anybody else. And I will burn the second clairvoyant spell slot and just sit there and do that for the like an additional 10 minutes as well, on top of what was already left.
It does seem like he is going to be there for a while. It doesn't seem as though like he's gonna just leave all of a sudden. Like this is maybe his actual job, and it just he makes some extra money on the side being or that's but a between. So
Okay, I just need to check on. Yeah, I mean, so it like if it seems like he's hunkering down, then I don't think I would burn that second spell. So I think we'll just get up and try to see if I could signal Amelia somehow.
Okay. Basically, as soon as you get up and like move out of the area, she just kind of appears next to you, in uh, in a very almost
Amelia
natural
way.
way. Yeah. um, but she says, "What did you say?"
Drop off happened with this bloke, and then I'm gonna show her the sketch and also describe him.
Not your best work, but
Seems
it'll
like
do.
he's focusing on two things at once was a little bit of challenge. It's the first time I used that spell in a while. Seems like he's hunkering down for the next shift. Think we either wait him out or take him now. That's your call. Feel like we're following him to see where he goes after this is probably the best bet, but we might be sitting for a while.
Oh, I had some of my my birds, as it were, little spiders around. You know, ancillaries. They have interesting talents amongst them. A couple of them have a good way of finding information. One was in the bar, in fact, and was chatting up your bartender friend, and it seems as though he has he lives somewhere nearby. But so we will see if he heads in that direction. I'll have one of my people wait over there at his place of residence just in case, so we have somebody nearby in case he goes that way.
All right. And what about us?
Well, we want to make sure that we have as many people available for the secondary drop as possible. So, we wait.
Understood. Yeah, I mean, probably go back there and sit down then, and just wait.
All right. And, yeah. If you guys would like to do anything in the intervening time, you will turn back into a human. I should say a Genasi.
It
Pretty
does
shortly
last
here.
for 2 hours.
Sure.
So whenever that comes up, yeah.
That's the case. Let's see what happens.
I'd probably like communicate quietly to Auburn that I need to use the restroom, and I'll just have him like put me in a poop stall, and I'll come out a person instead of a snake.
And you'll have some food ready for you. I did get the vegetarian option for Cascade, so.
Oh, sick!
Yeah.
So, as the hours pass
Totally
by,
not humanoid flesh vegetarian. Nom 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 nom.
as
It's
the hours
organic
pass
matter.
by, the yeah, the crowds kind of die down a little bit. It seems that the docks are, you know, a 9 to 5 sort of place. And as it reaches a little bit later in the afternoon, you hear a whistle from outside your area. Actually, I would say that in that intervening time, the dwarf fella, he says, well, it's time to end business for the day, but you'll feel free to be here as long as these boxes are. The workers may move them, but, such is life. Sure you'll be all right.
All good. Thanks for the meal.
No problem.
It was
Thanks
delicious.
Yeah, thanks.
everything. Who the hell are you?
Don't worry about it.
I
I'm his
won't.
friend. He got me the vegetarian option, and I just keep eating. Nom nom nom.
He packs up his stall and kind of like closes it together, like folds up his little umbrella, and then he moves He moves out. But yeah, then you hear a whistle, and Amelia kind of is a ways on the other side of the street, but it was pretty obvious. She just kind of nods her head towards the bar, and you see the kind of chubby individual start walking down the street northward, um, from the direction that you guys came from, basically, or towards the direction you guys came.
All right, lads. The chase is on. Again.
Did I adequately make a sting boring as fuck, because that's what a sting is in real life, is a shit ton of waiting.
That's really all it is.
It really is. It's, I'm like, how can I make this interesting? I can't. You're waiting for somebody.
We just hurry it
That's
up.
all you gotta do. Yeah, let's just try to move it forward. So you begin kind of following slowly behind. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Either if we don't I feel like because of the nerves, I'm trying to play this super safe. Unless somebody else suggests, probably keep 30, 40 feet at the very least away, just kind of slowly walking behind, maybe, chatting it up, and just hanging out, going for like evening stroll. If Amelia suggests something else, we do so. If Chuck has another idea or Cascade, Autumn is
What
very
time of year is
susceptible at
it?
this moment.
It is like about mid spring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice weather. There's like touches of the morning that is cold, but mostly it's nice brisk weather. All right, so yeah, you follow behind. Everybody roll stealth checks, and we're actually going to be doing a stealth check series. So
9.
A 4.
Oh fuck.
Bring it around. 5. That was with advantage.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of time in between these stealth checks to do other things, if you want to.
Don't we have?
So you failed your first.
Please.
You miserably failed your first part of the stealth series. As you're walking forward, you're maybe talking a little too loud, and while he is not completely suspicious of you, he does seem to notice that these people that are talking loud have been walking down the same pathway that I have for a while. And it's been about like five minutes that you've been following him. And go ahead and roll another stealth check.
Before we roll,
Yes.
is it okay if I use pass without a trace?
Of course it is.
Wonderful. Everyone add +10 to their stealth checks.
I'm like Jesus.
Okay,
13.
that's better. 18.
23.
It seems as though once you notice him kind of like look back at you for the first time, you've kind of quieted your voices, and with this additional magical help, it's almost as if he does look back in your direction, it's almost like his eyes glide over. Like he would notice that you're there, but it's just kind of like, sliding back and forth. It's like, oh, what about those people though? What about those people over there? Like it's so.
Sandy's got
See,
shitty eyes.
Yeah.
During this kind of tailing activity, or would I be able to ritually cast something?
Shit. I would say no because it is.
Okay, that's
You're
fine.
actively trying to like be stealthy and pay attention to shit.
Yep,
Would you like to
that's
cast a
fine.
spell?
Yeah, I will. I will burn the spell slot and is originally casting it for detect magic.
Oh,
Um,
sure.
just out of precaution, get just a little bit close to him initially, and then back off, just so I get him within the range. And I just want to see if there's anything magical on him, or if I'm getting an aura of anything magical on him.
Oh, sure. You do so, and uh, you're able to. Wait. What did you roll for this stealth check? The second stealth check.
18, I believe.
18. Yeah, you're able to get over to him pretty easily without him really noticing, and you notice that he has the rod on him. It's very obviously magically imbued with this kind of like light spell that um, Chuck. I don't know why I keep forgetting your name. Why that Chuck is had put on it, but it's also he also has a ring on that's magical in some way. You get evocation touches from it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah. No, I just pass along that information to the group.
Okay.
And kind of just so that we're aware of something that might happen if it does. But yeah, otherwise, no. Just continuing following.
Awesome. So you certainly do so. Roll a third stealth check.
Let's go.
Can't do worse than
Oh,
the
okay.
last one.
Couldn't do worse than the last one. 17.
I rolled as good as I
27.
can.
Natural 20? So
29.
for 30... Oh, 29?
Yeah, I actually have a
29,
negative modifier to
27,
stealth, but I have
17.
advantage on the roll.
Negative. Okay.
But I have an
gotcha,
advantage
that's
on
funny
this.
as hell.
Yeah.
27.
27. He looks back. He doesn't see you. And you know that he doesn't see you. Like, it's very
You look him
obvious.
dead in the eyes.
Yeah, you look him dead in the eyes, and he's like, all right, I seem to... they must have left, or something like that. You know, there's still other people. You're in not a massive crowd by any means, but, you know, there are other people on the street. So he just simply does not notice you. Good, because that first roll, man, that was rough.
We're just listen, we're just layering on like we want to get him. You know what I mean? So we're just
Yeah.
layering on like something fucky's happening.
Yeah,
and then just like
definitely.
fuck with him and just nothing's fucky's happening. But then bam, we come in and just like invade and ruin and upturn his whole life. It's gonna be great.
In fact, something was happening the whole time.
But
Where did we follow him to?
Yes. You have gone along you that main like arterial roadway was, you know, you were following that for a moment, but then you kind of like turned left in a westward direction towards the edge of the ring, and you've been following kind of like this roadway that will turn into dock, you know, a large dock, and then kind of like get smaller again and like move over to into like warehouses and things like that. And that kind of happens a couple times. You've been following him about, you know, probably 20 minutes at this point, and he steps into an alleyway on the ring edge side and into a warehouse.
Okay. What now? Kind of
Can you
like
do
look
the,
over at Chuck.
the sea thing again?
Could, but I need to know what the place looks like. I need to be familiar with it to some extent.
Can you just put it on a person? Oh, weird.
Within range, any location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before. Yeah. I can put it like behind a door or whatever, but what's to say that this is the entrance to an office and then that leads to something more, and so, you know, that's scrying, where I could just like watch a person, I believe. But yeah, I think we're just gonna wait. Maybe pull up on the opposite side of the street and just watch. I will cast. I won't cast anything just yet. We'll just wait.
Okay.
I believe that's what Auburn would suggest. I'm not sure if Amelia's got a plan, but I think we'll just watch here for a bit, see what happens. For now, we know where it is.
A few moments later, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, Amelia does come up behind you and says, "He's inside there, huh?"
All of them.
I
I positioned my 4, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, on the opposite buildings. They have eyes on anybody that would enter or exit. But what would you like to do?
Did you guys find my telescope?
Yes, it's in the office.
Thank you, Amelia. You're wonderful.
You aren't too bad either, blue one.
now
So we just
I
need to
feel
go
like-
confront him about it, or what?
It's up to
I
you.
was gonna say I feel like it. Kind of defaulting to what I'd usually do, which is just best right in and then deal with it with my fists.
And then if they get away, your people can follow him, right, Amelia?
That's true.
This is what I
Feels
excel
like
at.
an airtight hermetic seal, am I right, Chuck?
What are you doing with your hand?
Just, I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right, then I'll post up across the street and I'll wait. And you 3, go in and do your thing.
I do.
This is
Do we have any preparatory spells?
Let
Ooh, I
me
could see if there's like, you know, some plants in there, I think.
I think we still need a little bit of a surprise. Chuck. No,
Yes.
make you invisible.
Okay.
That way they still believe that they were actually successful in stealing your power core. And I'm just here to figure out what the fuck happened to my friend.
Just put him on one of those dollies.
I'll just make him invisible. That way he could set himself up in a corner in case he needs to do something and we get into a scuffle. That way they don't see it coming. And, you know, we got the upper hand. All right.
Nice.
While I am
All right.
invisible, I can also pull one to you.
Exactly. Exactly.
I tap the ground with my staff and cast Locate Plants. I have to specify, Dungeon Master, when by specific kind of beast or plant. I can't do the beast part because I haven't awakened that part of the staff yet.
Sure.
I'm going to specify the type of plant that attacked us when we were down outside. Just see if there's any, because it'll tell me if they're within 5 miles and the direction. You learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles.
Okay. There is definitely, I mean, you feel them below you, you know, like, you know, and kind of at the edge as well, like of the thing, not close, but not that far. It's kind of unsettling realizing how close these ravenous, dangerous plants are to the edge of the thing, but you know, they're there. But you don't feel that. You do. ancillary to that, there are some like creepers that are very similar in um, their typing, as it were. That they're decorating some houses and places nearby, and even on the warehouse itself. But it's not. There aren't any of that particular kind.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
you know
if
what
I
I mean?
had to be super specific, it'd be like fog-infested plants. You know, that energy.
No.
But okay, cool. I
It
just
is-
wanted
it
to
is not-
make sure
they're not
we're
around,
not walking
thankfully.
into a feed me Seymour circumstance here.
Right, sure.
Feed me.
Feed
All right.
me Seymour.
All right, guys, you ready?
Yes.
All right, and then I'm gonna touch you on like your chest, Chuck, and you're gonna go invisible.
I hardly know where he is.
So invisibility
There he
causes
is.
light to pass through me, right?
Yes.
Does that mean I can't absorb
Anything-
solar?
Yes, for the time being.
You're messing up my
You-
alternate energy plans, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, luckily I have my power core, because
Yes.
Ooh.
That's a close one. That was a close one. but yeah,
It's like you don't live
all
indoors or anything, you know?
He's
Right.
invisible, and Auburn kind of like, very much like the scene from what's called Mission Impossible, and Henry Cavill kind of like pumps up, gets his dusters out, takes off the cloak, puts it in his bag of holding, and walks right up to the front. Walks right up to the door. What does this door look like? Is this like knock on the door, there's a slider, and somebody comes up to it kind of thing? Or
It's like it's not fancy. It's just a door. Like it's just a door. Honestly, it's a wooden door that has a lock and a handle, and that's it. It's nothing special. I apologize for not making.
No,
this
I'm
more
just
more
I'm just
interesting.
wondering. I'm just wondering
I know,
because that
I
would
just-
dictate what I do next.
Right.
So I'm gonna do my damn best to kick this door in.
Sorry. Okay. I am attempting to. There we go. Go ahead and open up Albert Rodia.
I've already been there.
Which
Oh,
one?
shit.
I'm seeing the one with the bar.
Here
I'm
I will.
seeing one with nothing.
I will link a new one in. Here you go.
Oh, baby.
Ner
Ooh,
how.
baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby.
Buds.
Oh, snap! Where's my guy? How do I move my character on here? Do I have to re-drag it in?
Yeah,
I don't remember where that is.
it's on the right side. There's a bunch of tokens on the right side.
He's got a gun.
Did you clear your
bunch.
cache and stuff?
Oh yeah, I had to.
Yeah, it might have deleted your token, so you just have to re-upload your token back in.
Can somebody else see my token there?
No.
Give me a second. I might. Damn.
Oh, that's right. LR, you made it and put it in. I didn't do it, remember? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I know.
While-
That's why I'm looking to see that.
I found it. Yeah.
While with Auburn's fucking foot slamming into the door and breaking it open, why don't we go to break and we could set up our little map here,
I got
and
it.
then we could take about like
So
5-10 minute
where's
break.
sure, but just so I know, where's the front? What am I kicking? What door am I kicking?
It would be, yeah, that one.
Oh, sick. All right, yeah, I'm kicking that door in.
All right, we will see you momentarily, chat.
I rolled a 16 strength check. I know you didn't ask for it, but I just wanted to see how well I did.
You kick it.
Kick it
You-
real
you
good.
kick it real good. Yeah, you kick it real good.
Shouldn't you do an unarmed strike attack first?
I don't
See
want
if you can hit
I
the
don't want to
door.
hurt the door. I want to push.
You gotta see if you can hit it in the first place.
Anyways.
Okay, I gotta pick.
I'm not one of those DMs that makes doors that are meant to be gone through difficult monsters.
Yeah, like you wouldn't break the handle or anything, trying to keep
Yeah.
us trapped on one side.
What?
You know.
Wait, did I do that?
No, Mystic did earlier.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh
what, did I?
yeah, right.
Yeah, when we
The
were stuck
door
out
out in the fog.
Yep.
Yeah,
broke
well,
the
the
handle.
difference is that there were consequences. You know,
I know.
I
was
don't.
giving you shit.
I don't.
there are
know.
no consequences here for not being able to get through the door.
Okay.
You just don't get to continue the story. You have to.
Oh, am I supposed
We
to
just-
take us to?
I mean, we
avoiding
go into the
pausing
fog.
screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
go to break.
Okay,
We're on break.
bye.
Let's take a 5 to 10 minute break.
Murderous vagabonds, the lot of you!
people that are very high import in social circles, like king's advisors and stuff, have become masters of ventriloquy. so they can just talk without moving their lips, so they can't be observed.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
That would be smart.
Or I'm not gonna say. Never mind. Carry on.
Have you ever thought about doing a cat butt emote for your channel, Mystic?
It would be a good. It would be a good emote.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
that's
like a
nice
little
cat butt.
chibi of you with a cat butt hanging over with a little tail. I think that'd be cool.
It would be.
It'd be just like a
You're
like a
right.
chillin' cat butt. Oh,
Witless cat butt.
yeah, we can
Are
all
we
be here
live?
now. This music is intense. Oh yeah. We're live and
Hello,
I have
everyone.
everybody correct.
Crash! The fucking warehouse opens and there's people inside and they're like, "What the fuck?"
So anyway, I started
Um,
blasting.
So anyway,
yeah.
I started
Sorry.
glancing. So I didn't prepare this map while while we were on break because I'm an idiot. But there are people. Let me fucking. God
You know
damn
the
it!
funny thing?
What did I do?
Tangential while you're fixing the map. That post with all those cool drawings and just like hope somebody sees this and it makes their day. I was one of the people that liked it. Like when it had like 20 likes.
Yeah.
I was like, beep. And then somebody posted, "Oh my god, I got 500 likes. Oh my god."
Yeah.
Thank you, puppy.
Yeah, you brought me something.
Thought you
Okay,
would
so
get-
there's person
Bless you.
here. Thank you.
On you
This
in your
person-
house.
Here, and then.
He's going at
He's
it.
going
huh?
at it. Yeah, he's
Oh, you
fucking
can hear that?
after that shit.
Yeah.
And there's a
He
person
is
here.
destroying that thing.
Cause the funny thing is, I can hear Sirenscape is louder for me still, even though I turned it down. And so all I can hear is like the chase music that I have playing for the stream right now. It's kind of cool fighting music. And
Nice.
I can't even hear him do that. I just see it light up.
That's hilarious. Squeaky. He's going for it. dude.
As these doors are kicked open, we see three people. What are they looking like?
One is an elvish woman who is wearing a hood. The other is an elvish man, who's also wearing a hood, and the third is the bartender, the chubby fella. The one northmost is the bartender. The elvish woman is, classic, beautiful blonde, blue-eyed. She seems to be wearing some sort of gauntlet on her left hand, and she has a mace on her hip. There is also, and the elvish man is big. Like, he is unusually large for an elf. Probably 6'7", 6'8", built like brick shit house, and he has an axe on his hip. He is darker of skin, with very tightly put down cornrows on his head. And they look at you. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And everybody needs to roll initiative.
But I'm not in combat.
Oh, you are. You are now.
Whoa.
what
Where
happened?
is initiative? Oh, it's right here.
I rolled initiative and I'm gonna take a screenshot. Look what happened to my roll 20.
Why are you in roll 20? Oh,
Or sorry,
Oh, it
D&D
did-
Beyond.
It
weird.
did the effect in reverse. Something must have happened with the animation thing, and it did it in reverse. That's wild.
Like everything turned black and all I could see was the dice rolling. It was pretty cool, but I
This
got an
combat
18.
is brought to you by sponsor here. Give us money, and we'll.
Is that a Bud Light Nat 20?
Yeah, the old Bud Light Nat 20.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, a natural one. That's why you buy Depends, because sometimes you fail your constitution
Sometimes
check.
you just shit yourself.
Have you ever sat down at a table with a bunch of friends and a couple of beers and just shit yourself? That's what it feels like to roll a nat 1. But not anymore, thanks to our sponsor, Depends.
Oh my gosh.
It reminds me of that stupid fucking meme of the guy who goes to the bathroom. He rolls the dice, he rolls a 1, and comes out and his pants are soaked.
I mean, I know we're riffing too, but there's now a trend on TikTok where they'll like have little clips, and then as you see something about to happen, it'll stop, and a scroll will come across the screen and it'll be like roll for the appropriate thing of what you think's about to happen. So the one that I saw was a duck waddling into a group of crocodiles, and then as it got close and the crocodile reacts, it paused. The scroll comes down, roll for dexterity save or whatever, and then there's a dice that goes across, and then it was a 20, and you see this duck expertly dodge like the two crocs and gets away for safety. It's sick. TikTok is great sometimes. I rolled a 5.
He's a real pumper.
It's a real pumper, dude. God damn it. Stop.
Glenn, roll for initiative.
I rolled
We're in
an
combat.
18. I'm sorry.
A what?
18.
What's your dexterity?
-1.
Alright, so I got a 18 as well. But I have plus
See?
2.
You probably go first then. Yeah. I don't care though.
I care.
Alright. So, 20 and above? Nobody?
Nobody.
Oh, I need to roll for my fucking NPCs, huh? That might be a good idea.
Super sick, bro.
Sheesh, they rolled really well.
Awesome.
Damn. Okay, so first will be second will be oh shit.
B.
Yeah. Did anybody roll over a 20?
No.
15 to 20?
Glenn and I both got 18. And then
Both got
mine's
18s?
the higher dex.
Yeah.
18 is mine.
Nice. Okay, so love how you guys just went straight in. That's great. It's great. You guys are awesome. All right. And now I have to open some stuff up. Give me just a moment. Boop. Where are you? There it is. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Who's Iron?
Okay. Huh?
Who's Iron?
Oh, this is sorry. Let me
Fe.
make this more clear. Female elf. Yes.
Get it, Iron?
Yeah. No, yeah. I got you. And all right. So, first, one will.
Oh, also, just as a reminder, Chuck is invisible.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
At the door, from underneath her cloak, she grabs a wand and she casts the wand down at your feet, and you see a spurt of
Is she
web
casting a spell?
form. Yes, she is with
Counterspell.
Counterspell. All right. What level is counterspell at?
Level 3.
Third level, right? Okay. Yes. She fails the spell. And as
What's all this then? As I kick down the door, and that's my counterspell.
She will cast Guardian Armor on herself. It's not a spell, it's an effect. With her bonus action. And something will happen. A kind of like, it looks as though above her armor and from her gauntlet, there sparks some like electrical kind of bluish light that charges this aura. It's very faint, a bluish aura over her body. And that is her turn. She will actually move back and like move over here, past her male counterpart. Chuck, it is your turn. You see in the hand of the bartender is still the cylinder, because he literally just got there, and he's turned around and he seems to be like fiddling with his ring.
All right, I am
His
going
ring
to.
was magical, remember.
Yes.
And also,
Evocation.
you just have invisibility, so if you do attack or do anything, it will break. If you take the
Right.
attack action, it breaks, or cast a spell, I believe.
Yeah.
So any other features should be okay if you want, like, just so you would know that.
Yeah. He knows.
I am going to quietly pull my turret out,
Okay. You do so.
and it's going to be a ballista turret,
Okay.
which I believe is this one. And
I would say as
You
soon as you
guys-
lay that baby down, you might become visible. Like when it does stuff.
It would become visible for sure.
Yeah.
it would, but I wouldn't, right?
I feel like you would, yes.
You have to cast a
'Cause you're-
spell or attack someone, I think, technically. What are the
It
conditions?
doesn't count like
Lar?
making commands.
I don't think inherently,
I don't-
but obviously if you feel like it does, it doesn't matter.
Creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Yeah, it doesn't say it takes the attack action. It says attacks, which I guess are kind of the same thing. But what is your using your little cannoneer, your little mini
Says-
cannon say?
You can take action to create a smaller, tiny eldritch cannon.
Yeah, it's like this big.
I feel like that is a spell-like effect, which would count as casting a spell.
All right.
Is that fair?
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah. And then what's his movement? Okay.
Oh,
So
shit, it can
I'm
move?
going to-
Nice.
Yeah, it's got legs. Actually, it's got
Oh.
wheels.
Cool.
It would be cool if it had legs. It just kind of like
Yeah, it does.
walk
It's got
back and
legs.
forth. It's got
Yeah.
legs. Awesome.
Yeah.
That scary
Like
baby
little Bob-
thing from Toy Story. The
Little
baby
Baba
hair
Yeah,
on,
Yaga
like,
legs.
exactly.
Baba, yeah. Chicken legs.
So if I'm going to become visible from this, give me just a second.
Sure.
I'm actually not going to do the force one then. I'm going to do the flamethrower.
Okay.
So how do I delete this?
Cool.
Goodbye. All right, and he is going to move his. Let me double check what they can move.
Because you've gone 3 so far.
New characters. You know, this is only our second combat, so we're getting used to all the tips and tricks that these characters do. So.
Okay, so that's as far as it can move, and it's going to flamethrower the bartender.
Okay. Sorry, give me.
What's all this then?
I think I did the correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I
okay.
need a Dex saving throw of 16.
Holy shit! He did it.
So he'll take half of 5
that's fine.
damage.
So 2.5 damage, or 2 damage.
2.5. Let's go.
Yeah,
We're keeping
you'll
track.
halves, dude. He already does not look great. He in a miraculous feat of dexterous ability for this large like chubby man. He gets out of the way and ducks behind some boxes, and he gets back up as if to run away, and he's just fucking, he's scorched, like he looks like shit.
And then some of these boxes are on fire. I'll let you decide
some
what
of the
you want to
boxes
do
are
with
on
that.
fire. Yeah, let's make some fire, baby.
Oh no, I'm gonna get blamed for this, aren't I?
Anything not Warner carried is on fire, and 15 foot in front of here.
Oh, oopsie. Oop.
Nice.
We're just gonna say this. Yeah, go. All right, is that your turn, sir?
And then I'm going to strut in.
Okay, strutting, dude.
And then say, "You thought you could steal from me?"
Damn. Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah, the bartender looks scared as fuck. Cascade, it is your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I'm walking up, I cast Shillelagh. So my
Nice.
staff, that's already really pretty, just is glowy. And I say, concede, and I don't have to do anything. And I'm going to.
He literally just says okay and puts his hands up, drops the fucking cylinder.
And then I'll just, once he does that, that's awesome. I'm just gonna hold my staff, and yeah, no, I'm gonna walk past him. Can I move through his square now?
Sure, yeah, he's cool with surrendering.
All right,
He's
dash,
just a bartender, dude.
and I'm just gonna be there, right up next to homie there with my staff, and I'm just gonna say, "And you now, man?" And that's my turn.
He looks down at you and he says, "No," and that he fucking takes out his axe and he just starts wailing on you.
Sick.
It is a. Oh wait, no, it's not an axe. It's actually a great sword. Sorry, it's very large. Yeah, and he has 2 attacks.
2 different things. Those are 2 very different things.
Very different.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah. Every time, always.
Does a 9 hit?
Does not. Thank God.
He rolled 2 ones on his damage die for 5 total points of damage.
Oh my goodness.
So lucky
Like I
you
got
with
lucky.
his...
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm gonna kind of reel that back a little bit. He rages first. You see a bulging in his eyes as his veins, kind of like, shut the fuck up, Glenn. as veins in his neck like pop out, and his, he's large and he's buff, but he's very like lithe, and he takes this two-handed axe with one hand and just fucking boom, boom, and you're able to deflect one with staff, and the second one hits you kind of like blunt across the side, and yeah,
2 more damage.
Yeah, 2 more damage. All right. It is now the bartender's turn, and he will do nothing. He is groveling, like just trying to get away from this fire, like clearly afraid and like not want. You can take an opportunity attack if you so desire, but he is
Me?
he is clearly like kind of backing.
Yeah, I think I'll boop him on the snoot.
Okay, go ahead and
Snoot.
Roll attack.
25.
that definitely hits him.
Non-lethal.
Huh? Oh, who is
Non-lethal.
this? Oh, the
This is the
bartender.
Bartender.
Yeah.
I thought it was the elf. I'm not hitting
No.
that guy. No, fuck
Yeah,
no.
no, he's
I apologize.
okay.
Nope.
I'm like, all
I
right,
let
yeah.
him move away. But it is,
Cool.
I make sure he knows that I saw him, and knows that I could have.
Yeah,
I
he
did
does.
not.
He's
and I
well
just
aware.
continue fighting with the elf.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And he kind of like is leery or wide-eyed looking to metal contraption that is squeaking forward on its little on its not wheels, on its little Baba Yaga legs, and it's it is now the female elf's turn.
It is my turn actually.
Oh, it is your
because-
turn. Where the fuck?
Yeah, because I don't
I
know.
didn't
but
write
had
you
5.
down for some reason.
I rolled a 5, so I feel like that puts me at
That's
5.
why. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, the bartender rolled like a 15.
Yeah, I felt like we were missing something there.
Yeah, I was like,
I just like was like, what's going on?
go ahead, Auburn.
Oh, he's chatting off mic real fast.
He is speaking. I was gonna say something that made it sound worse than it was.
Speaking to the fam.
Yeah.
Sorry. I too am gonna strut in.
All right, you do so.
Blood 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you
Get
say
about-
when you walk in? Do you say, "What's all this?" Then?
Already
What's
did.
all
That was
this?
my counter spell.
Oh, that's.
What's all this then?
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to do something.
Sure.
I'm popping my bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Sure.
And I'm gonna pop right there.
All right, you do so.
And then I'm just gonna punch her.
You're just gonna punch her. All right.
Where you figure we're going?
Southland punch.
Let's see. Punch. That should be it.
There's a
a
drum in
17
the
hit.
combat music right now, Elmer, and you said punch as the drums went bum 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 bum. Same rhythm.
You said 17.
Yes.
That does hit.
Sick. So that's gonna do. Hang on. Sorry, I did the wrong amount of damage. That's gonna do that much plus. I always forget. Booming Blade is a 1d8. Sorry, I forgot to mention I was using that to also cast Booming Blade because it is a cantrip. so I'd still be able to.
Booming Blade is a
Cast.
cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you use your bonus action, and you
To cast
use
Misty Step.
and you use your action to cast Booming Blade.
Yes, which I have to do as part of an attack that I roll.
Oh, you do it as a part of attack?
Yes, yeah.
You just get free
as part of
damage? I thought Booming Blade was like a level 1 spell. That's amazing.
No,
That's so
Well,
sick.
it's a cantrip. That's why I took it, yeah.
Because they can just go, I'm not gonna move, and then they don't take
right.
any extra damage. You know.
That's what
they don't
it
take
is.
the extra damage, but as you scale up, you do get some. You start getting some
Extra,
initial
yeah.
initial damage.
Gotcha.
But then if they
Okay,
willingly
gotcha.
move, then they'll take the extra. Yeah.
This is why D&D
so
is
that
awesome,
is-
because I've seen Booming Blade a billion times. Like, you know, I had other characters in campaigns that I was both a player and a DM in, but like, I'd rather forget things and read because I just think that's super fun.
Right.
You know?
Booming Blade is also not like super effective on characters with multi-attack because you have
Right.
to consume your whole action to do it with a melee attack.
True,
Right?
true,
So it's
true,
not the
true.
most reliable source of damage. So for a wizard, it makes sense.
Right.
Yes.
You know how I made that better? In
How?
my homebrew, I allowed blade singers to utilize extra attack and blade spells, so they can do a blade spell,
Makes sense.
and they still get another attack, but the second attack cannot be another blade spell. Is all.
Very
so they
cool.
still get to
Nerd.
use extra attack and use a blade spell, because otherwise, you're not that cool
Right.
of a
Yeah.
class.
Narratively, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I do
Alright, back
6
to
bludgeoning damage,
6
and
bludgeoning
7 thunder damage.
And 7 thunder damage?
Yes, because I am
So
level 5, so it goes
13
cantrip die.
damage?
Yeah. So I
Jesus.
do get an additional 1d8 right now on initial attack.
You look
And
like
so if she
you-
moves now willingly,
Yeah.
she'll take 2d8 thunder.
You walloped her well. She's going to roll an Arcana check. Okay. And then, all right. Now it is her turn, correct?
Yes.
Is that your turn? Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Well, she is going to say, "Bad move, friend," and her gauntlet is going to just become electrically magnified, and
Okay.
from her hip, she's going to strike at you with her mace.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sorry, I need to fucking find it. There we go.
Question, DM, for you whenever.
Yes, sir.
When I do wild shape, the hit points of the creatures, is it okay if I roll the dice so that I always have a different hit total as the creatures?
If you want to, sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She rolls a 25 to hit. She rolled like a 19. Pretty sure
that's gonna do it. Yeah, I think that'll hit.
for 6 points of damage with the mace. She will
Okay.
then roll again a 20
Okay.
to hit.
Shield. Go fuck yourself. My AC is down
so
21.
She whacks you on the side of the shoulder with the mace, which feels like a son of a bitch. And then as she comes over like this, she also cocks back to cross you with this lightning encrusted gauntlet, and it hits the shield and just crackles across the
Actually,
shield right in front of your face.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I apologize. Can I take back the shield?
If you can.
Yes. I take back the shield. I will let that attack hit me because I'm going to use my reaction for absorb elements instead.
Nice. It deals 4 points of damage.
So that's reduced to 2, and then I get a d6, I believe.
Take
Very
2
cool.
lightning, deal
Yeah.
back a d6.
That's sick.
I forgot I had that spell. I apologize. I'm getting used to being a wizard. A melee wizard, that too.
You now have disadvantage on your attack rolls until the start of your
Sure.
turn. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Until the start
alright.
of her next turn, did you say?
her next turn. Yes.
Okay.
So it is now, and stays right there, confronting you and kind of getting into a kind of spry combat stance. you know, she looks like she's pretty tough, even though heavy armor. It is now Chuck's turn.
I've calculated every potential. I am going to cast Vortex Warp.
Yeah.
And are you ready for this?
Na.
I cast it on my cannon
Okay.
to move it over to here. Not there. Here. And command it to fire to the west.
Is it a 15-foot cone?
It is.
That hits both of them and not us.
Does it have to be a place that you could see?
That's a good question. Yes, I can see within range. So
Okay.
I'm going to first move.
Yeah, you move over
There you
there,
go.
you can do it.
I'll move here.
Nice. You can definitely see there.
And then cast connection right where it's at.
Yeah, do it up, man.
So I need both of them to make a DC 16 Dex save.
Fucking baller.
One rolled a. You're gonna be so pissed. One rolled a 23, and the other one rolled just an 18. But they
Hey
have a
Nick,
zero.
will you let them know what my roll was? On a 2d8?
The damage that would have dealt would have been
I'm
a
looking at
solid
it right
2.
now. The solid 2, dude. A solid
A
2.
2
So
on a
one
2d8.
damage- So one
Yeah.
damage to both of them.
A first, a 5, and a 2. That's some tough luck, dude.
That is rough. Okay, so let's
I
I forgot to put their damage numbers next to them because that is what I do.
The face for
So
me.
make sure you add 1 to it.
Yeah. And then there it is. Whoop. just one.
And
Is
we
that
have a little bit more fire. Like right here. Oop, not that big.
is that your turn, sir?
Yeah.
Feel free to make more fire as you see fit, sir.
Don't do that. Don't listen to that.
All right, Cascade,
Nice.
it is your turn.
Inception.
Okay. Okay. Level is that? That's an action too. Okay. I'm gonna just, look at this guy. Oh, that was my question. How are you and I deciding what types of creatures I've seen? Because as a druid, I can only transform into things that I've seen, right? So do I just have to hope that you think that I have seen them, or can we
I mean,
go through the list
we-
at some point and decide?
you could go through the list at some point. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to.
Okay, yeah, because it's not that long. It's like CR
Yeah.
1/2 and down, and
Yeah.
only beasts. But the one that I
Yeah.
was looking at becoming was a crocodile.
I would say that crocodiles, they are seen in the Underdark. So maybe there was a traveling circus that came up from the Underdark, and you saw a crocodile at some point.
So I become a crocodile, and I rolled my my dice for hit points, and it worked out the first time. So instead of having 19 hit points, I have 26, and that's my action. But now that guy, let me actually move myself on this because I'm gonna kind of rotate around him. Actually, I'm gonna stay here. Ooh. Never mind, I'm not gonna stay there because I'm much bigger now. I'm gonna come right here, and how do I make my thing bigger? I'm so sorry. How do you make that? Oh, thank you.
You're
Like
welcome.
that. I appreciate you. I'm a large creature now.
sir.
I'm-
Yeah, you're just a big
I'm
fucker.
like hissing. I'm hissing at him. That crocodile hiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a big ass river Nile crocodile, 10, 15 feet
Hell
long.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That's my turn because I don't think I can do
That's your
anything as a
turn.
bonus action. So
All right. You begin a death roll, but you can't quite finish it.
yeah.
All right. He looks at you and he says, "Ah, a big one." And then he just wails into you, several times.
Good.
Let's
I'm
see.
meant to be a
A tank. Yeah.
attack. An attack sink. Which is
What is your
Just,
AC, sir?
The lot of you.
I forgot. 12.
So- oh man, he just missed with one of them. He rolled an 11 and a 22.
Goodness.
He deals 13 points of damage to you as he starts kind of like sinking. Like in his rage, he doesn't flip his battle axe over, so he hits you with the. And then he's like, ah! And then he goes over again and he slashes into your back, tearing into the flesh of your back. And this is probably one of the worst wounds that you've ever had.
It is both
very
sick and
sudden.
lit. Yes.
Yeah.
Truly.
I'm down to
Truly.
13 hit points.
Nice. It is now the bartender's turn. He is going to kind of look at the automaton right next to him and continue, and he's just gonna fucking get the fuck out of there. He's just running away. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity, Chuck?
Yes. No.
No? Okay, yeah, he gone. He's like gone.
Wait, does he still have the core?
I mean, he has.
Right.
Actually,
the
no.
fake core?
He dropped it. He
I
dropped it.
think you said he
Okay.
dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah. But he gone. He is no longer in combat. He double dashed away. He's like, "Get me the fuck away from me!" Yeah.
Sure. We got people watching him.
Yeah, Amelia's probably already grabbed him.
All right. Auburn, it is your turn.
So question, because I don't think we haven't like been in combat long enough for this to come up. Are we resetting inspiration on like between sessions or on long rest, or are you just letting us? Okay, so then I would
There
have
are
an
no
point
inspiration.
from-
That's why I made the pool higher as well as
Sure.
some of the costs higher. I want you. Yeah, there's no resetting. So.
Okay. So that would mean that at least as far as I remember, I have an inspiration point from writing for the last session, and then one from reading this session.
I believe so.
So I will use them to negate the disadvantage I have on this
Okay.
attack roll I'm going to make.
Sounds good.
Come on, baby, hit her hard. Fuck, 14.
14 does not hit.
Damn. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand my ground. I'm just duking it out with this lady.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. It is her turn, and she says, "Nice try." As she kind of like dodges out of the way, and she's smiling and like kind of actively laughing at you. She's also bleeding from the lip, and like she has the formings of a black eye. But she's looking almost ripe for battle. She just wants to go. Let me see here. I apologize. Just trying to make a note. There we go. And she makes 2 attacks. Actually, wait. Let's see. What she got here? Is the booming blade effect no longer on her?
I believe so. Let me just double check. Until the start of my next turn, yes. So she's freely, she can willingly move and not have to worry about anything.
She's going to cast a spell at. Let's see this. Okay. Yeah, she's going to cast a spell. She is going to cast Thunder Wave. Everybody, she's going to put the box in, oh my god, in this area here. Boop, 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 boop. Like this area.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cascade, your little contraption, and Auburn all make. It's Constitution? I'm pretty sure. Yes, Constitution saving throws.
10.
4.
Oh, sorry, I'm a monster. I have a different one. It's worse. 7.
It's worse. Does your little contraption count as
17.
a person, or is it technically an object?
I
believe it is an unsecured object.
I was gonna say I treated it as like a creature.
Is it
Since
a creature,
it can move.
Glenn?
I believe so. Just because it's
Okay.
infused with magic, I think it's technically assumed to be a creature.
Okay. I
Because
will
it
say
says
that
a
it
tiny
is.
or small creature, like construct.
It's construct.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah, which is
technically
a
he's a
construct is
construct and
type
he's
of-
still a creature.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Not used to working with constructs.
No, that's
all right.
definitely a funky feature.
So, your little constructy boy, if he indeed takes thunder damage, takes 6 thunder damage, and everybody else takes 12.
Yeesh. You know what? I am going to absorb elements that too.
Okay. So you're down, puts you down to 6.
Yep.
And you took 12 points of damage. Yes?
You're talking to?
You.
Oh, I heard you cut out when you said who you were talking to, so I didn't hear.
You said 12. You took 12 points of damage,
Yeah,
Mr.
I have
Glenn?
1 hit point
Okay,
left.
cool.
Yeah.
You're nice. Okay, cool. All right. Let us see. That is going to be her turn. And
Sick.
you see all of the like in this area just goes out and is and all of these boxes are freaking just sent flying like towards the wall this way, and splinters of wood like hit against your guys' faces, and Chuck, you're just oh, okay.
Aren't the on a failure? Aren't creatures also pushed back?
Are they? I thought it was just
With Thunder Wave, 10 feet.
What if you can't go 10 feet?
nothing special happens. Yeah, but you are pushed 10 feet away.
What if you can't move 10 feet without running into a fiery box?
Well, you are going to be in a fire. You're going to start your turn kind of like
Isn't it
right
10
here.
feet? Right? So it'd be there?
Yeah, 10 feet. Sure. And then this will go. No, that saved, and you'll be right here.
Well,
Boom.
my
Okay.
crocodile has 1 hit point, so I will not be a crocodile next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Crocodiles
did
don't like
nothing.
fire.
He did nothing except take
What do you
damage.
mean? He absorbed so
Tanked.
much damage. That's a lot of damage.
It was
Just
mostly
took
AoE
26 damage. Half of it was AoE damage. All right. Now, it is. Fuck! I have so many screens open simultaneously. Apologize.
Yep.
It's my
Looking
turn.
through all these different things. It's your turn.
turn.
Okay. It is Chuck's turn. Thank you so much, Brandon.
I'm on
Chuck's
deck.
going to move here, and he's going to say, "Thank you, elf, for moving them out of the way," and then he's going to shoot the male elf.
Nice.
Does a
With your-
23 hit?
No. Yeah, it hits.
No.
For 8 damage.
For 8 damage. Nice.
And then he's gonna tell the cannon, if you miss this time, you're being dismantled. And and it's gonna
it kind of like swerves its head at you, and it's like kind of cockeyed.
Starts like jittering.
It's like.
I imagine it reminds me of the robot arms from Iron Man. That he has.
Yeah.
And then he puts like a dunce hat on one of them.
Exactly.
So they both need dexterity 16.
Okay. The gal fails. He succeeds.
All right. That's much better. So 9 damage.
9 damage.
better.
Very nice.
Or 5. Are we rounding up or rounding down? Have we decided?
Down.
Okay, so 4.
Everybody rounds down. Boop. Boop. And then boop. All right, let's change that to that.
How's this lady up looking?
She's not looking entirely healthy.
Okay.
She's looking worse for wear, definitely. Charred, but she still has a smile on her face, and she still looks like she's enjoying herself in spite of her somewhat ragged condition. Oh, I forgot. Oop. With that, I forgot to mention, so we'll just say it now. The blue kind of like shield, as it were, is kind of stripped away from her, and she's hit with that like full blunt force of the fire. It was just temporary hit points. So, but you are now. It is now. The fellow's turn. Is that correct? Fuck.
Yes.
I get so like back and forth. He will walk up to.
It's my turn. I'm
Cascade.
after Chuck.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Cascade's
sorry, it is
turn.
Cascade.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
It's your turn, sir.
Yeah.
At the beginning of your turn, you take 1 fire damage, and
I am little.
you turn into Cascade again.
How do you resize this?
So you click him,
Uh-huh.
and then the little thing on the side.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool. You could
love
choose
it.
whichever square you like.
Yeah, I would probably like to fade away from the danger a little bit.
Go ahead and knock that off of your surviving death, because
Oh, okay.
that was more than your total HP, wasn't it?
No, I have 49 hit points.
Oh, you have 49 hit points? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna do it anyway because
Okay.
fuck. Yeah.
I will thwack it off after the turn.
You're gonna whack it off, dude?
Thwack, like thwack, pow. Yeah, okay.
Like,
Because I'm not a crocodile anymore. I'm like, man, that didn't feel great, and I think I'm gonna have to make you pay now. And so, you guys, for the first time, you've seen me transform into animals, but I turned into something like if you looked into the night sky and then made a wrapping and put it on a person, and they reflected the night sky on their body. So you see like a sheen come up all over me, and you can just see like stars twinkling as I look like a 3D night sky man.
That's dope.
Skyman.
In the constellations, you can see in the sky, specific ones begin to like shine brighter than others, forming the image of an archer. And as I stand there, actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way because this is how. No. Yes. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Reminds me of Alien X, dude.
Because it's. Okay, would I still be in the fire if I became there when I went smaller?
I'll just say no. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. because I want to be there. I just want to do a ranged attack and not roll
Yeah,
disadvantage.
you're fine. You're fine.
But yeah, I
you're
turn
fine.
into that thing, and the star, like, he shoots an arrow, like the constellation moves, and an arrow shoots up my arm, and I just thwang it like I'm like
That
throwing a
sounds sick as
frisbee.
fuck.
Uh,
Yeah, just
And this is on activation as a bonus action, and on future turns as a bonus action. So, wait, where's the to hit? Oh, it's just a ranged spell attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'll just be your spell
Plus 10.
save. Spell modifier.
22 to hit.
that definitely hits.
Cool. So he takes.
I think it's pretty decent damage as well. It's 2d8 or
Yeah,
something.
1d8 plus 5.
1d8 plus
Hiya!
what it was.
Yeah, 8 radiant damage. And then I will step forward because I've in my opposite hand you've got this glowing shillelagh'd up stick still that had been absorbed into my crocodile body. I'm gonna walk up and with my action I'm gonna hit him with it. Slap him
Sounds
with
great.
Shillelagh! 24!
That definitely hits.
I'm rolling really well right now and I don't know how to feel about it.
I love it.
Shillelagh. Oh, it's the same damage. Except I rolled better. So this one is 12 magical bludgeoning damage.
So was that a total of 20 damage?
Waka!
Damn. And it is that does not count for rage, right? Because it's magical. Or is it any
Oh,
bludgeon
yeah.
piercing?
No,
Yeah,
it just
it's
you just have to
bludgeoning,
take
slashing, and
damage.
piercing. Yeah, that's all. half.
Regardless
If
of
he's a total
magical.
one-
Okay.
yeah, if he's raging, yeah.
Okay. Well then, okay. But you deal a solid fucking chunk of damage at him.
Well, the first bit
and
wouldn't have been halved though, because it was radiant.
oh yeah, it was radiant. So
Yes.
so 8 plus
It'd be 8,
5 is
8 plus
13.
6.
8 plus 6?
Yeah, because it was
Yeah, 'cause
12
it was
on the second
12.
hit.
Yeah, you're right.
So 14 total. Yeah.
Is 14. Wonderful. Nice hits, dude. He is even through his rage, he is somewhat surprised at the level of ferocity which is unleashed upon him, and he kind of looks at you and stands and in kind of a almost relaxed stance, and he says, "Nice." Ah!
Nice.
and then he just starts wailing on you once again.
I love it.
Let's see here. Does he have I need to figure out I apologize.
Hey.
Okay.
Who's that guy?
He chooses to begin frenzying.
Oh, fuck.
The light in his eyes, well, his eyes go from just, bulging out to now they are like almost literally on fire. Like there's light coming from his eyes, in just patterns of just scariness. It looks scary. He will strike you 1, 2, and 3 times. Wow.
Jeez.
He rolled a 10, a 7, and a 10.
It's because I'm Scary
You-
Starman.
Yeah, in your fucking badass astral starry form, your reaction is just better and faster, and you're more agile. Move to the side of all these attacks. Yeah, apparently he can't. He misses all of his attacks. All right, that is the end of his turn. He's going to kind of move this way, seeing as there's a cannon that's been trying to immolate him this whole time.
As if
There we go.
moving between cascades is going to stop the cannon.
All right, it's the bartender's turn. He's gone. Oberon, it is your turn.
Martel?
Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn. Yeah.
Auburn's having fun. You know, as much as he might be getting a little beat up, he too is also having fun. And so I'm just gonna run up here, jump up on a box, and then jump and like hammer fist down on this bitch. Let's go.
All right, sounds great.
Yeah. Let's see.
From the entrance, you hear show off.
Once again, this is will be with moving blade this attack, but I have to roll to hit. 19.
That definitely hits.
And just as a reminder, I do have the thunder damage from the absorb elements as well, so I will be adding on an additional D8 and a D6 to this attack because of booming blade.
Nice, dude.
Why did I do it again? Why did I build a character and like just hack on things? That's stupid. I think I'm just naturally
You're
attracted to it.
addicted.
So that's
Yeah.
6 bludgeoning damage and 9 thunder damage.
6 bludgeoning damage and 9
I will be
thunder damage.
because it is melee. Auburn is also focused on dealing all of this non-lethally. Just want to make sure that's said.
Man, huge. You can't make spells non-lethal. Sure,
Melee spell
since
attacks. Yes.
You can.
Yeah, it just has
Yes.
to be an attack from within 5 feet.
Doesn't make any sense. You're lighting this person on electricity. You're electrifying the shit out of this
No,
person.
it's thunder damage. So I'm just
right.
I'm just causing some internal bleeding.
Yeah, you're just
Non-lethally.
Impressive.
yeah, non-lethal internal bleeding. We all know that's a common thing, you know.
You'll soften up the meat, eh?
All right, yeah, your non-lethal internal bleeding is quite effective. She coughs up blood, like just right onto your boots, not like intentionally. She's not rude, but
She's
know?
metal as fuck, man. Just takes internal damages onto your boot.
But yeah, she's still up and kicking, and she looks at you with this kind of. Did you want to do anything else in your?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, she looks at you with this kind of appreciative look, and she says, "You know, I thought you'd be weaker." And she then decides to... Oh, wait. Actually, this is the beginning of the 4th round, correct? Yes? 4th round? 3rd round?
Third.
It is
Fourth.
the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Third.
I think it's the 4th. 3rd? Okay. Well, it's going to happen.
Fourth
right now.
round.
This is the 4th round.
This is the start. This is the start of the 4th.
Yes. I believe this
Then
is
I've
the start of
missed
the
a
4th.
turn because I've had 2 turns.
Well, no, you ran up
No,
and told the
you
bartender
did-
to stop. Then you turned
Yeah.
into an alligator. Then you
Oh,
lost your
yeah.
alligator. And then, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind.
So everybody roll perception checks. Everybody has disadvantage except for Chuck,
Yes.
because 2 people are surrounded by fire and are actively melee combat with people.
13.
6.
$16.
16. Having seen him shift in front of you and looking out the door that you just knocked, or that Auburn just kicked open, you hear some sort of tussle out. All right.
Uh-oh.
It is. Okay, it is the female elf's turn. She is going
Oh,
to.
just so I don't forget, if I don't say
Sure.
anything, I tell them at the start of my turn something's going
Okay.
on out there. That's like, you guys will know on my turn.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. She is just going to attempt to punch you twice. Like she's going to try and wrap you up, just aesthetically. with her mace, and then just punch you twice in the side of the head with her
Sure.
gauntlet. So the first is an 8, is a 23 actually, and the second is a 21.
Yeah, they'll both hit.
Okay.
So on that first one, let me just make sure I still have the spell slots. It's not going to help with the disadvantage, but it'll help with the damage. I am going to use my last first level spell slot for Absorb Elements.
Okay. The first one, she deals 7, reduced to 3 damage. And the second one, she deals 5 damage. Both thunder damage.
I'll reduce to 2 as well. Cool.
Oh, is it for the whole turn? I thought it was just that one attack.
Until the start of my next turn, I become
That's dope
resistant
as
to the
fuck.
triggering type. Yeah.
That's so dope. All right. And then as a bonus action, she is going to like kind of push you off and say, God, you're fucking hard to hit. And then she's gonna like touch her chest again, and that same kind of sheen goes over her body. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Cool. That is her turn. Chuck, it is your turn.
Time for me to live up to my namesake. I'm gonna shoot the male elf again,
Nice.
or shoot at him, I guess, because I only rolled a 10.
Yeah, that does not hit.
And then I'm gonna throw the gun.
Yes. Chuck
Another
chucks.
10.
That does not hit. Yeah, that sucks.
And then I run
That's awesome.
outside.
And then you run outside.
No.
I mean, oh, I haven't told you.
I
yet, so-
It's not
yeah, I
terrible,
haven't
yeah.
heard the scuffle.
Okay, yeah.
So
Uh,
that would be too meta-y.
Yeah.
But I guess that's my turn.
All right.
Fuck.
Cascade, it is your turn.
Oh, there's something outside.
Yeah, I say that. And then Auburn, when I look at him, he looks pretty beat up, right?
Probably, yeah.
You know, I'm only just after that last hit. I'm just under 50%, so I'm
Yeah, but
okay.
You're okay, but definitely more hurt than anybody else here. So I look at you and I go, "Hey, fuck up, man. You'll be all right." And I cast Healing Word. And because of my starry form, when I cast a spell that restores hit points, me or a creature within 30 feet also regains 1d8 plus 5 hit points. So
That's
you're
sick.
gonna get a
Sick.
Healing Word, and I'm gonna heal 1d8 plus 5.
Sick.
That's fucking
So that was the
disgusting.
true motive all along.
100%, dude.
Let's go.
There we go. So that's that. And then you get Healing Word, which is 1d4 plus 5. Whoop. Hiya! Cool! 9! You get 9 hit points.
Sick, dude.
That's
That's huge.
Bam. Casted. So that's my bonus action. What
Ooh,
else did I
Glenn.
do? Yes.
I'm not going to be an asshole right now because this is really cool. But technically, you've used 2 of your wild shapes today already. You used one when you were being a snake, and used one when you were an alligator. You only have 2, so technically you
I
couldn't
thought you
use
said-
this feature. It's fine. I'm not. I'm going to let it continue because I think it's
thought-
cool as fuck. But I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Fair enough.
I was
Then
I was allowing the time to go longer.
Oh yeah. Remember when we were talking about me turning
Yeah.
into a snake, and you said, like, I heard the word aesthetic.
Yeah, it was-
Aesthetically. So I was like, oh, okay, so this one doesn't count for like that.
I
because-
understand. That
I
is, I should have made it
misunderstood.
more clear. It was supposed to be in reference to the time specifically.
It
So you were
wasn't an
hidden
intended-
during that time.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even an unintended miscalculation. I just thought that we weren't counting. Sorry.
Just
We'll be
letting-
clear.
Don't
next
worry
time.
about it.
Wild
Yes.
shape.
Yeah.
Great. So I guess I will just go ahead and attack him with Shalala.
Sure.
Shalala. 28 to hit.
Fucking yeah, that hits. Jesus.
13 magical bludgeoning damage.
13 magic bludgeoning damage. You
His new
definitely hit the shit
They're
out
so
of
pretty.
him.
Yeah. But that's action, bonus action, and I'm not. I don't think I want to move. No, I don't want to move.
Okay. You do not.
I'm good.
All right. Oh shit. There we go. And he looks like he's definitely been hit pretty well thus far. This should be lower, unless I did that wrong. We're just gonna say I did it wrong. Boop, boop, boop. God damn it. D&D Beyond, please. Thank you. All right, cool. So yeah, he's looking pretty beat up as well, but he is still rip-roaring and ready to go, and he wants to beat the ever shit out of you. So he is going to
so
yeah, he's all in on you right now. Chuck, looks like you're gonna have a pretty relaxed combat back there. All right, let's go. Help me!
I've been trying to shoot him, distract him, make him lower his defenses.
my
He deflected
God.
a bullet. I didn't miss. He just knocked it out of the way.
Oh my God! He rolled an 11, a 10, and a 19. I know the 19 hits, but he is not hitting shit. He deals 14 points of damage to you, Mr. Cascade.
Ooh.
I want you down, boy.
It might happen here pretty quick.
All right. Yeah, the sound now continues onward. And you all or actually after Obrin's turn. Go, Obrin. It's your turn. Auburn. Ubi.
Sorry,
Bobbles.
I was just
Ooby.
yeah. Here, I was just looking up something for you, in case you wanted to reference that, and we can run with that for now. It was just regarding the melee spell attacks, just more for clarity than anything else. I'm not trying to argue.
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna continue. I believe I have disadvantage on my melee attack because I did get hit twice, but I'm still gonna try anyways. I'm in this deep. We're in fighting right now.
Why do you have disadvantage on a melee attack? Because you were hit.
That's apparently what her
Yeah,
conflict does. Yeah.
What she is an
Like-
artificer. She has a particular type of she has the armorer trait. Yeah.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
that's what they do. She has a fucking cool ass lightning thunder gauntlets that fuck people up. They're really cool.
Nice. If I could have done that with my gun. Whew.
Yeah.
With
that
disadvantage,
would've been
I got an
disgusting.
18.
Wow, you hit her.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice. Shit.
So same thing. Damage of this plus booming blade plus absorb elements. And that's the last time I can do this much damage.
Oh.
So
a lot.
6 bludgeoning damage and 10 thunder damage.
What?
Yeah.
Say that into my good ear.
6 bludgeoning damage from the brass knuckles and 10 thunder damage.
She is knocked the fuck out.
Right in the liver.
Right in the liver? Okay, boom!
Yeah.
Liver, I barely know her.
And I don't know how many people know what happens when you get punched. Your liver just secretes all of its shit that it's filtered out of your blood, and you basically instantly go into toxic shock. That happens to her. She falls unconscious with like a kind of gurgling sound, and she hits the floor. Next thing you know, Oberyn gets to finish his turn.
When she does go down, because I feel like I'd know, I've probably been in enough fights. I'd like make sure she's not gonna choke on her throw up or whatever's about to happen. So like I flip her around or whatever, and then I'm gonna go walk up slowly to
Put her in the recovery position.
Put her in a recovery position, and then walk up. Don't move the map. Sorry. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens if I run through the fire and just get on the other side of them? How much damage will I take?
Roll an athletics check.
Okay.
Or an acrobatic check, whichever you want, really.
A 6.
You take 1d6 of fire damage.
Okay.
That will be
That's fine.
4 damage.
That's okay. I'll take that. But that's where I will end up. As I
Nice.
dust myself off from getting singed a little bit, and I'm like, all right, then you next. And
He doesn't even seem to notice you. Like, he is so intent and focused on fucking up Cascade that, you know, and they're in this kind of like heated back and forth of Cascade dodging shit left and right, like, and, you know, a couple nicks here and there, like pieces of starlight falling from, you know, the wounds in his sides. But this dude looks pretty fucked up. All right. Outside, you all begin to hear shouting and voices. And one of the voices, one that you've never heard before, "Get inside! They're gonna ruin everything!" And you start beginning to hear footsteps just outside the door. And it is now the unconscious person's turn. It was non-lethal damage, so she is simply knocked out. She does not need to do death saving throws. Chuck, it is your turn.
I'm gonna raise my gun, and I go to fire it, and when you see my finger pull the trigger, instead of a bullet, you see a bright flash of light start
Nice.
to grow, and from that light, 3 beams shoot out towards the male elf,
Oh, that's so sick.
casting Scorching Ray.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
Give
this
me
will be
like-
3 hits.
Give me like Android vibes from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the first one is a 23.
that definitely hits.
The second one is a 28. Oh, that's a crit. Spells can't crit, right? No.
It can.
If they have an attack roll, yes.
Okay, so that's a crit. And then a 9. And then a crit fail.
Nice.
So a hit, a crit, and a crit fail. So let me roll the damage, and then
You
I'll
got
tell
the
you
full
it all
spectrum.
again.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
nice, yeah.
So it's going to be...
Nice Bud Light natty 20, dude. Now word from our sponsor.
So it's going to be 25 fire damage,
Holy shit. Please
and
continue.
then... Of course, that was a 1. Oh, and then an 8. I rolled a 1 and an 8 on a 1d8. And then 9... You know, I don't know what type of damage this is. Hold on. It's an artificer thing.
They just add extra damage?
Oh, it's just bonus damage. So an extra 9 fire damage. So,
That's 34 fire damage.
yeah.
This guy goes up in flames and falls to the ground. Like, still breathing heavily, like, pissed off, looking at Cascade, and then he just kind of just passes out.
Couldn't have done that sooner, right?
And I just go, you guys see me go, all right, enough of this. And I clap my hands up, and like a bunch of air, like out of the air, molecules condense into a big thing of water. And then I go, "Fwaka!" And it just shoots out all over the place. And I cast Create or Destroy Water to put out all the flames in a 30-foot
Sounds great.
circle.
Flames that was going to be a problem, so that's good thinking. You are out of combat, but you still hear
I
yelling,
turn around.
outside. There are footsteps, and you see black covered individuals with masks on, who you can only see like the very tops of their eyes, and not even their hair colors, and they start filtering in to the place.
Can I hold my gun up to him? Like no ready to action, just
As
holding
they
it.
enter.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna make him.
Like we were just in combat, still in fight mode.
You see
That is
you
a lot.
see, yeah, you see several, and yeah, you begin to hear noises from over this way and over this way as well.
Who are you?
I'm still a Starman as well. I can stay this way
Right.
for 2 hours, so I will.
Yeah. Also, just so you know, I was reading that as well. You have to expend a wild shape every time you switch. Pretty sure.
Oh. Well, because
I
it just
think.
says when
Well-
you cast a spell that does something in starry form, the chalice activates.
We'll,
As a
we'll,
bonus
we'll
action,
go over
sure,
it
we can
afterwards,
talk-
just
yeah,
so I
for sure.
understand it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you're Starry Boy, and there are several people outside, and from the back you see a like even by just kind of like their eyes, you can see like they're a little more weather-worn spider webs, or laugh lines at the corners of the eyes, and that a person walks in, and they say, actually, Chuck, roll an intelligence check with advantage.
Hoo-hoo.
Because you have a photographic memory.
15.
15. He gives off a similar vibe to someone you feel like you've seen before. That's all you're gonna get.
What race is he?
You cannot really tell because of the black clothes and like the shroud and everything, or the mask and everything. But he's definitely not a dwarf. He would likely be a human or.
Who are you?
Let's just say that we're people that really don't like interference.
Did you
And
blow up
he
the lab?
snaps his finger, and from behind you, or from behind them, like 5 people come, or 5 people come in, all holding unconscious Amelia and the 4 individuals that were outside.
Oh, fuck.
So you do see your situation is not the greatest, though I am impressed that you took out such experienced individuals. Not the
Did you
greatest of
find
numbers, but
the other 10?
roll a deception check.
9.
A 9. Even if there were, trust me when I say it wouldn't be a problem. Sit, and then roll a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. 19, because I rolled a dirty 20. Or a
19.
net 20.
You feel this like compelling need to sit down, but you're able to push past that need. And he says, automatons.
No, thank you.
And he says, fine then. just stand there. And then he flicks, and all three of you make Constitution saving throws.
Is it against poison?
It is not.
Is it to maintain concentration on a spell?
No, it is not.
21.
Probably the sleep spell.
21.
That would be my guess.
I've ruined all your plans today.
Yeah, you're fucking me up.
Oh, 24!
16.
Yeah.
You are now being held in a hold person's.
I'm not a person.
You,
Does
you're what?
does hold person prevent me from speaking?
Yes. Yeah.
You can speak only
You're
falteringly.
paralyzed.
Yeah, you can speak. It's like, you can do this, you can't only use your tongue, or do you not?
Yeah.
It's listed
So you
under
can't.
the specific condition, but...
So not
You-
enough
you-
for like verbal
Yeah, you
for a
can't-
spell.
Yeah, you can't cast a spell.
Unless you can ignore
Are
the
there
verbal
any
and
just
somatic
verbal
components,
spells?
like a sorcerer could.
But well, LR or freaking Auburn is frozen. He says, "You all have much better wills than I really would have assumed. Suppose
To
we
be
have to do
fair-
this." What?
Sorry. I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
to be fair, I haven't moved at all. I'm still just pointing my gun at him. So,
He knows that it didn't.
oh, I know. I'm just saying.
Um,
I might as well be.
he says, "Well, I suppose we have to do this the old-fashioned." And like 24 people like just run into the room and start dogpiling you guys.
Thunderwave.
They get hit and then they dog. I'm sorry, I'm railroading you guys a little bit.
No,
But they
I-
dogpile you guys.
I am going to a misty step up onto the boxes as they dogpile in, and then I'm just going to sit there and say, "I'm ready to go when you are," to the guy that's telling us to give up. And I'm not going to fight back. I'm just getting out of the dog pile. and the impending thunderwave.
I would cast Thunderwave. I'd probably use all my spell slots and just be a pain in the ass to them.
And
Like they dogpile thunder.
you are, and in fact, you like just boom, 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 and he counterspells a couple, but for the most part, you're just like over and over and over again. These people get pushed back and back in, and pushed back again and back in, and Cascade's just watching.
And I'm saying,
um,
yeah, fuck him up,
Does-
but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna fight. I'm just enjoying the show.
No, just him fucking.
But-
Yeah.
And,
Does
And
hold
from-
person end at any point?
I would say this happens over the course of maybe a minute.
Yeah. It'd be 6.
Which-
I mean, I'm sure at that point they probably would have grabbed me. That's fine.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
does
they're
hold
and they're
person
like
end?
tying you up and stuff. Yeah, and
32
Um,
seconds.
And as soon as
30
it ends, I'm like, you motherfuckers. And then I'm just gonna look at him and I'm gonna cast Tasha's Mind Wave. I just want to get this out. I know we're gonna get caught. That's fine.
He's-
I just want to cast Mind Wave. Wait, I
God,
want to
you
see how much
guys are
damage
pains in
because
the
it's
ass.
a second level spell. Wait,
Hopefully,
What-
it's still
And,
like,
8 psychic damage, and then I'm just gonna keep going until they eventually bind my mouth with Mind Sliver, which is a cantrip. It's just constantly like a barrage of insults,
Sure.
but it's all just
Sure.
mind damage. And I'm just looking right at him.
yeah.
And he's gonna have to make consistent
Idiot.
intelligence saving throws, but he's probably healthy
Idiot.
enough, so we don't have to worry about that.
I love this.
I swear on me,
mom's a whore.
in the
I
game,
swear on me, mom, I'm gonna fuck
I
you up.
swear
you
to
motherfucker.
fucking mom.
in the
As
game
you-
that
You
I'm
having a
playing
giggle there,
every
mate?
other- LR, in the game I'm playing every other Saturday, the person that uses Mind Sliver all the time tells a dad joke every time they use Mind Sliver.
Right, use Mind Sliver. So you all. God damn it. I feel kind of like a dick because I'm being very railroady, but also
No, I like
No,
this.
We're making
they-
it fun.
Sometimes things can't be avoided.
Yeah, so they
Yeah, no, it's
they,
absolutely fine.
They eventually get you tied up. They come up to the stairs. And you're like, well, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You know, they to like the second level, and they like, you know, you're just like, okay, yeah, I guess I don't know how you're You said yeah.
Oh yeah, and I went up there and watched this whole thing go on, and then when they're like, "All right, it's time to go," I just hopped down and let them tie me up.
Okay, and they actually take you onto the to the balcony up top, on the southern part of this warehouse, and they sit you down in some chairs, and the fellow says, like, you're all fucking exhausted. This guy's fucking exhausted. Everybody.
They would have had to gag
several
me
of the-
too.
Oh yeah,
man,
totally.
I have almost all my spell slots and almost full health. I'm missing 1 hit point.
I even cast Thunderwave at level 2.
So, yeah, you're fine. Glenn.
Player to player, guys, there was a reason why he just gave up. It's so that one of us had something left if we needed it in the tank. Just saying.
But he sits down next to you on a crate, and he's kind of like leaning. Man, I see why my colleagues down there had an issue. Do you know who we are? Huh. Never mind.
It's
Of course
the
you
bird
don't.
people. You're the bird
You
people.
blew up the lab.
It's hard for him to talk with that in his mouth.
Yeah, I think it's better for all of us that it stays on. And
Horny
he
cock horse. What?
he says, bring in the others, and he drags the 5 in to this balcony. And he says, all right, enough with the games. I will throw one of these people off of the balcony every single time you fuck with me. If you don't answer a question that I ask, or you get lippy, whether that be magically or otherwise.
You should prove it.
All right. And then he throws one of the unconscious people out of the.
He proved it.
It was a young lady, and he says, eventually.
I bonk him with my head, his metal body, and I go, "Don't, just come on, man."
What do you know about the fog?
Untie my hand and I will show you.
Oh, you're talking about like not like morning dew, like the fog, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you about what I know because it's who I am, and I'm gonna be real with you. You know, I'm not gonna treat you. Part of this is Glenn looking up because I have a character trait I'm trying to make sure I'm acting true to. I promise. We're trying to figure out where it's coming from. We think there's some sort of connection to the elemental planes. We think that there's a world where the fog isn't there anymore. The plants aren't trying to kill us. There's not weird bird people that I don't know the names of because I want to be his friend. And then we're just following up on some people. We're going after my buddy here for some reason. He's real sweet. I think we should leave his core inside of him. Well, what I think is that the fog is bad and we want to get rid of it like a bird. Right now it's a chained bird. We want to let it free. You know what I mean?
Aarakocra. Aarakocra is their name.
They all have the same name?
All elves, are they not?
Oh, I thought his name was Aarakocra. That's the race?
Yes.
Ooh, that's neat. I apologize. I'm not being lippy, I promise. Please don't throw another person off.
How did you find out about this research, about the names?
Someone important to me was looking into it and brought us in before his home was destroyed by someone else.
Minnick?
Yes.
Yeah. What about you? And he looks at Auburn, and he kind of just snaps his fingers, and it, like, in a almost prestidigitation, way, it just unties. How did you find more information, names of people that were in the fog? How did you find that information?
I mean, you obviously know that I'm part of the scribes. Just a ledger that was sitting in the library. That's
Where's this ledger?
it.
He just said.
Enough. It's either in my bag of holding, and I just look at my hip, or it's in my apartment. I can't remember.
And he reaches into your bag of holding, and
Can I just roll a d20 to see whether it's in my bag of holding or in the apartment or something?
Sure.
I, as a
odds
character,
are
of not being. I'll do odds. It's in the apartment, and then I'm rolling.
Sure.
It's a 12. It's in my bag of holding.
Okay. He takes it out, and he looks at it, and he says, "Is this the only list?"
I mean, we had some other books on the fog, but that was the only, as far as I know, that was the only list we got. I requisitioned whatever the library had on the fog, and that's what
I'm
we got.
going to turn to Auburn and take a picture of him.
Okay. Yeah,
just leave
it's
it at
not
that.
even noticeable. Yeah. And he says, in his hand, the papers explode, and turn to fire. And did you tell anyone else about this?
No.
Yes.
Do we?
Who did you tell, Mechanical Man?
Her.
And he looks over at Amelia. Is this all right? Anyone else?
Did you tell the old lady?
No.
Okay. No one else.
Well, makes my job easier. And he throws Amelia off of the side of the building. And then he has the rest of the people grab you guys and throw you off the side of the building. And as you are tied to these chairs, flying through the air into the fog, that's where we're going to end.
Oh, I didn't know it was into the fog. I thought it was just off of a second story balcony.
Nope.
Oops.
Nope.
We were
right
off
off
It's
the edge
off
of
the
the
side of the ring.
Yep.
I misread
Good
that.
campaign,
situation.
everybody!
Campaign,
We're all dead. All
everyone.
right.
All right.
Not quite.
We're not?
We will. No.
Oh, I already deleted Chuck. Oh shit.
I did too.
Don't worry about it. Tobrin is coming into the picture. I got a new character ready.
Yeah. Now I have throw.
I'll be Bobrin.
Tobrin, Bobrin, and throw.
Oh, sorry, I can't.
Torrent.
No. I'll be Ascade.
Cascade, dude.
You could just be Fall.
You already are.
Fog.
I hope you got what
Yeah,
I was trying
fun.
to do with that,
Interesting.
Auburn.
You were about to die.
Nope, never mind then.
What?
Can't metagame, guess you find out.
Wait, can I
All
make
right.
a history check to find out if I would remember why he takes pictures of things?
You probably wouldn't have noticed it.
Okay,
Well, I guess,
so this
were
is
you
one of
sitting
those
on the...
things where...
Which
Wait, what?
side of Auburn were you sitting on?
Just
Were you
now?
sitting like... Yeah, so
Yeah,
did it go like me, Auburn, then you?
It would have been Auburn, Chuck, and then Cascade.
So you wouldn't have seen it, but you may have heard it.
But like
It
in
does
the
make that little
past,
shudder sound.
Like, have you done
Well, I mean,
that specifically?
Yeah, I've taken pictures of a bunch of stuff. That's how we reviewed the pictures of the crime scene.
Can I make an
So what else?
insight check to be able to determine if my character would recognize that as something important?
I think a history check would probably be better to remember
Okay.
when I took a picture of something.
I like that we're just like doing our own little side game.
Sure.
Ooh!
Because I'm sure Mystic has an idea.
That is about as good as it gets. That's a 20. Oh, that's insight, not history. 24.
So you would know that when we were at the bar, I took a picture of that list.
Which list?
The list of, or the roster of affected people
Mhm.
that he just blew up or burned up.
Oh.
The one that had the names of all the people affected
Yeah.
that they had
He
altered.
was reminding Auburn that he has a photographic memory.
Yeah. That's cool.
But,
Oh, I mean, I was already operating under that. Like, oh, sure, he wasn't destroyed. I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Unless he
cool.
Well,
kills
I
us,
just
then
wanted
no,
to
we have-
remind
we
you
have a
without,
memory.
you know.
Sure. No, I
And mind you, it's not a perfect photographic memory. There still might be, you know,
Right.
Inconsistencies.
problems. But if Mystic allows it, I wouldn't mind taking a feat or losing a feat, I guess, to improve that. That might be something to talk about later.
Yeah.
Homebrew.
I was a little tired today, so there was a little bit more like, kind of like, huh? What? Huh? This session?
No, it's
so I
all good.
apologize for
Sure,
that.
that's fine.
Um,
Combat
and
We're
also
going into the
happens.
fog with no spells. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So while like assuming we don't die, is this like, are we level 6? Are we like?
Yes, it is going to be level 6.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Just so I can prepare.
this was
That's
a.
it.
I think this was a ruse.
I have my suspicions, but we'll just wait till next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and throw the stream to God. Thanks for coming, Amchooks and Anime.
Thank you very much,
for
folks.
hanging out.
Yuka, goodbye, friend.
Ooh, I get
Anime lady. Goodbye,
get-
friends.
new infusion.